Hey guys, welcome to Sci-Fi-Vision presents Harbor Haunts for May 6th. Apologies for the delay. I did clean my contact and then I dropped my contact and I had to find my contact. So it took a little bit longer there.
You dropped your contact into the salty ocean.
Yes, I did. And I realized I hid the picture so you could see the background, and now we have floating birds, but oh well. Oh well, they're just floating. They're
magical.
Yeah, they're magical. But hi everybody, welcome to the show. We're gonna do the first two episodes today. We'll catch up and do the third one next week, so that way we're only doing two at a time. But please make sure you like the video, subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision, hype the video if you can. And if you want to see our previous live streams, including our recent From interviews and all that good stuff, you can check our live tab and our video tab. And of course, also just a reminder, we have Liz Saunders, who plays Donna on From, coming on June 3rd at 7 p.m. live. Thank you, Kelly. And yeah, and then I will also have the interview with Hannah Charami up next week. So that's coming as well. And we have From watch parties on Saturday night at midnight and Sunday at 9. These are all Eastern times. Our live streams are Sunday at what did I say? Sunday at 10:30, I had to think. And Monday at 10 is our review for it. And then of course we still have Daredevil tomorrow at 11 and a watch party beforehand. And to know where our watch parties are at and our schedule and all that, make sure that you join our Discord, which I put in the chat. I forgot the pin. I'm going to do that right now. There we go. But yeah, sorry. It's good to go now, I think. Hi, everybody. I think I just kind of screwed myself up after all that. Let's see who's there. Kelly, Dieter, Fletcher. Welcome, guys. But yeah, so new show. So Scarlet, what did you think of this show?
I love this show. I love this show. It's like, it's that little scratch. And Doc also said it too. It's like a more sedate Ash versus the Evil Dead, but it's also like Twin Peaks, especially Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me and Deer Meadow and that movie, and kind of like all the secretaries he has are like Lucy from Twin Peaks. It's great. It's kind of like Twin Peaks meets Stephen King meets Gothic horror. Meets a little bit of Lovecraft. I love it. It hits on all cylinders for me.
Good. I'm glad you like it. I think it's cool. I like the tone.
Oh yeah.
It's not kind of that dark comedy, but I also like that, and I know I said this during the watch party, but I really like that so far, at least, you have no idea like if it's really happening or not, the different things that they're kind of straddling that line between, is it paranormal, is it not paranormal? I don't know whether that's gonna, continue all season, but I really like that. It makes it more interesting, I think. So
yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Fletcher says, I love this show. I only realized last week when I saw that there was only 2 episodes when I kept pressing for the next episode. Well, there's 3 now. The other one came out yesterday, which is why there's 3. And I don't know, Fletcher, I'm hoping it is, but I mean, the way it's presented, I feel like it doesn't have to be. I mean, he could have been drunk. He could have sleptwalked. There's lots of things that
with the first 2 episodes are kind of ambiguous. Like their endings.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, it made it sound like Willie may or may not have actually been there. So I guess it depends the way you look at it. But yeah, we'll talk about that specifically when we get to it. But we're only doing the first 2 episodes, Fletcher. So I don't know if you're going by the third one or not. We've only seen I don't know if Scarlett's seen the third one, but we're only doing
I've seen the third one twice now. I've seen all these.
Okay.
I've seen the third one twice and the rest of them 3 times. I'm in it to win it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about the first 2 at any rate. I was gonna say, I don't know if I should wait till later or not. Fletcher, to answer that question, since we're here now, I'll just answer now. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think he may not have actually been there. I think he might have dreamt the whole thing. I mean, he woke up like he possibly dreamt it, and he could have been drunk or sleptwalked into the living room, or not the living room. What do you want to call it? The parlor. Yeah, I don't know. I think it probably is paranormal because it would be more interesting. I'm just saying that was kind of the
I like that he called it a Willie attack.
Yeah, he did call it a Willie attack. And yes, Dieter, it was comedy. I think it was funny. I think a lot of it was funny.
I should have
All
developed a more longshorewoman accent for this one. Like
I go for it. I don't know.
log
I
on the
can't.
horizon.
Might not be able to understand you though. Hi, Alice.
Well,
Welcome.
that's part of the fun.
Yeah. Not. Oh, Dieter. I was trying to read what Dieter said, and then I read it. No, that did not happen, Dieter. All right. So let me get the pictures up. So, like I said, we'll do the first 2 episodes, but we'll start here with the.
It was always my dream to be a lighthouse keeper, Jamie.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Dieter, we're gonna do. Let's wait till we get to the second episode. I'm gonna pin your comment. I'll get back to it after. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just saving it till we get to the part with the haunted, whatever you want to call it, potentially haunted inn, I guess. All right. So so it starts off with the fog. I mean, that's what we get to see from the very beginning. I just realized I'm not on camera. Hold on. I really liked this opening. Where the hell's my camera? There we go. And I have that other picture underneath it. Oh, I don't even have my camera on. God, I'm really have to have the not on. I didn't have it open. You have
We're
to have
professionals.
the little lens thing open. But anyway, it starts with the fog, and I was going to say it reminds me almost, and I said a little bit of this last night, but it reminds me of like an X-File opening, like from a long time ago when they had like the cold open teasers, because it explains nothing. It's just creepy. Yeah. So the guy that's out there is Shep Clark, I think is his name.
Yeah, Chef Clark. Yeah.
And he is out there on the bay, and he's talking to, where the hell's the rest of my, I feel like the beginning of my thing's missing. Talking to the harbor master, and he doesn't answer. And later the harbor master does call the sheriff because he's worried he disappears. But it shows like the fog rolling in, potentially attacking that guy. You know, what's in the fog? Is there something in the fog? Is the fog itself, evil? Who knows? Maybe it's possessed fog. I don't know. Let's see.
I did like the story he was talking about his wife.
Oh yeah, that he said that it basically gave this whole story about how his wife left him, and then he's like, I left her. Like he didn't get that she left.
Like she had the suitcases packed. I told her it's definitely over now.
Yeah, I know, right? That's so funny. That opening gave me vibes of Stranger Things theater play beginning. I have not. Oh yeah, I did see the theater thing.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, it just reminds me of John Carpenter's The Fog. If you ever seen that movie.
No, I have not. It's what The Mist. Fletcher mentioned The Mist. I've seen The Mist and not The Fog. Crap. Hold on a second. I think I got the wrong thing. I feel like the wrong one's running, but I'm not sure. I don't even know if people can see that when I change it. Can you see that on the screen when I do that? Probably.
Yeah.
There, that one's a little bit better. I think that other one, it had like something weird and blippy there. It kept moving, so I moved it a little bit, fixed a little bit. Hold on. I get too obsessed with fixing the graphics. That's the problem.
Yeah. Apparently there's a lot. Apparently Dieter said there's a lighthouse which pays a lot.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I want to dress up in Victorian wear and do it though, because like the first lighthouse keepers in America were technically women. Or not technically women, but women.
Not quite, just technically. No, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I did not know that. But well, I mean, lighthouse has from connotations, I guess, too. I don't know, Dieter. I just decided to leave all the crows since I had them from overlay and thought they work with this.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't want to turn them into seagulls.
Yeah, and all the
salty seabirds.
I could have, but I like the crows. I was for some reason think there were crows in here, and I guess there weren't, but I like them. So
there was a stuffed crow, and that one guy's house, and Stephen Root character's house was his name.
Yeah, well, it's got crows. Oh well. There's a lady in the Scene Invaders Discord server of Widow's Bay that's like the FBI of the show, Scarlet. You should check out. Yes, I guess she likes to dig that as well. You'll have to look into that, Scarlet. I don't know. I have not really not really looked up what anybody said about the show yet. Let's put it that way. I haven't had a chance really to do a whole lot with this show, but there's the harbor master guy, and there's his boat, and then yeah, we don't know what happens to him. So it starts right away, kind of goes right into it. And then the guy on the left, the kid on the left, I guess he's not really a kid, teenager on the left in the picture, is the Mayor Tom Loftus, the main character. He's his son,
Evan.
Sorry, take a drink. And there's an earthquake, and all the lights in the town go out. And I don't know that we needed the scene other than to establish the fact that his son is always sneaking out, because he goes in and turns on the light like he was checking on him after the earthquake, and then he's like not there. So yeah, he's throughout the show he's kind of annoyed at his son. Yes, it does keep breaking, Teeter. But yeah, they lose all electricity, and that's just making me remember last night. I know people in the chat don't know it, but when I went to do the Daredevil watch party last night, I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, all of our power went out completely. The computer went off, and like it was pitch black. I had to use my phone to find lantern things in order to be able to see. But thankfully, Karen did the playing the video for me, and it wasn't out too long. But yeah, in this town, because it's a little town, they lose the power and kind of everything shuts down, which can be a problem. And you even see here, I'm kind of wondering, like, I don't know if it's just where I'm at. I don't know, like maybe different towns are different, or if they like had to actually go find a payphone. I don't know. Have you seen a payphone in a while? I mean, I haven't seen a payphone in decades, so I assume they had to go like find one. But
yeah, I was just on Mackinac Island in Michigan. I would think if any place had a payphone, it'd be there, because they don't have cars on the island.
Yeah, if it's a place that doesn't have a lot, that might be
or a place where the Amish are. The Amish still use payphones because it's kind of a loophole for them.
That's interesting. I've never seen one around here then, because I live sort of near the area that has a lot of Amish in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But I've not really looked for a payphone, to be fair, but I haven't noticed one. They are Fletcher. If you watch our Fandom Access from last night, we reviewed it. We talked about it. We didn't deep dive it, but we did review the show. So let me ask you, the one thing I did talk about them last night is I feel like this whole show, it seems like they're in a different decade.
Yeah.
To me, the color of the film is a little bit like yellowy kind of at times, and everybody is dressed a lot like, to me, not very modern. The furniture and that, it looks like it is meant to take place decades ago, but it doesn't, because they mention Wi-Fi and cell phones, which I thought was an interesting choice. I kind of like it. It's like I think it adds to that sort of quirkiness. I don't know. What did you think about that?
Well, I think it's kind of like anything, kind of growing up in Michigan, small towns, they're always like maybe about 10, 20 years behind. Like all the music played in this is like from like the 80s, it seems. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even think the 90s, like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't write down the titles. I'd have to think about it. But
well, they had that "Give Me the Night" song that came out in the 70s, and then they had like a Brian Ferry song or something playing in the bar.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not modern. I mean, look, even the cars look older. So I mean, it clearly was a choice. I mean, yeah, you could be right, I guess. I've not really been to a little seaside town to know if they are usually.
Yeah, they could be a little bit behind. Everybody doesn't get everything new right away. Everybody's kind of set in their ways. So it takes a little while for the new to get there.
Right. But there are some different things that kind of, I guess we should say reference time, maybe, that makes me wonder if there's more to it that we'll find out later. But who knows? Who knows? It might just be a stylistic choice that they've made. But Tom works in town hall there. And this is I guess she's his assistant. He's got a few people working there at the office, but her name's Patricia.
Love her.
Yeah, I like her a lot too. Hey, Neo, welcome. I like her a lot too. I think she's funny and quirky. I mean, look, all the people are kind of funny and quirky, to be honest. But Tom, out of everybody, he's very annoyed at the people that work for him because none of them really do their jobs. He comments that Ruth is the older woman there, but only works like 2 hours a day because she goes home and takes a nap.
She went home and took a nap at 10.
Yeah, I know. And then he asks, I don't know if it was her he asked or somebody, but he asks them to call the restaurant and they're like, what's the number? Like they don't even know how to look up a phone number, which is kind of what their job is, not his.
Yeah. I like Patricia here because she always sets him straight about his sexism.
Yeah, yeah. This woman here is Rosemary.
Yeah, I call her Pat. That's Patty, the daytime hooker from My Name is Earl.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying
all the way through my notes. I'm like, the daytime hooker. This is the daytime hooker. And I'm like, I gotta find her name.
Oh well, her name in here is Rosemary. I didn't look up beyond that.
Her actress name is Dale Dickey. But
yeah, I like
everything. Her. There's some really good character actors in the show.
Yeah, I've seen her on some. I didn't know. I don't think it was that. I don't know what it was. By the way, tell me, guys, those in the chat. To me, it seems like things are like flickering on me, and I don't know if it's my monitor or something, or if it's something I'm doing. But let me know if you guys are seeing it or having issues with the stream.
It looks pretty clear on my laptop, at least.
But okay, good.
I'm in StreamYard and I'm not on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I was looking on StreamYard. That's why I think it's probably just me. I don't think it's stormy now, but I don't know. Who knows?
You never watched My Name is Earl when it was on?
No, but I did. Kelly says she's from True Blood too. That's probably where I know her. Yeah, the man in yellow is messing with my computer. Must be. But yeah, just let me know. Alice says, hi, Alice says that Patricia reminds her of Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. I had not thought of that. Maybe an older version of Wednesday Addams, I guess.
So who was in True Blood? Was it Dale Dickey or somebody else?
I think that's what she meant. And I recognized her. I just didn't know from where. Yeah. True Blood sounds like that's probably the case.
I looked up her Wikipedia page. She just has tons of credits, just all over the place. Yeah. I really like her, but she reminds me the most. When I think of her as Patty, the daytime hooker. I hope she doesn't find that offensive.
Well, place. I'm just gonna say you can see like the computer is like really super old. And they have regular files they don't even need. Also, though, I notice now as I'm looking at this picture, like she has binoculars there, and she is like the town. It sounds like probably the whole town gossip, but she's definitely a gossip of the office. Because I know whenever Tom comes in, he's like telling her, "I don't want the gossip. I just want to know if you heard anything."
Yeah.
Because Tom is trying to find out about the power because he has set up, and he's really excited about this, that he's set up an interview with a guy from the New York Times that's going to be writing an article on the town. And he's trying to get them known so that there'll be more tourism there so that the town can get some money. Nobody else is really that interested in it. He's the one that's pushing it. But
and she's just talking about syphilis and like if somebody is a full-blooded Native American or not.
Yeah, she is. She says something like they lied to her and she's trying to find out about it. But she says there's no age limit on syphilis, is what she says.
Yeah, no age limit on syphilis.
Yeah. She also makes a comment on something about him not paying back his loans. I'm not sure what that was about, but either way, he doesn't want the gossip. But yeah, the power is down. He's waiting to find out. But he's told that they're shutting down the restaurant for the day because they didn't have power, and he's not happy about that because, like I said, he wants the guy from the New York Times to come. So he calls the restaurant after he gets them. Since they don't get the phone number, he gets it himself. And it's like, you can't shut down. I have this guy coming, and so everybody.
They have that other character actor that in the other photo that you had one back that was on Pluribus as well.
Yes.
I can't remember his name either, but he's been on everything. He's been on 30 Rock and all these other shows.
Yeah, he's in a lot of things. Because he was on Elsbeth not that long ago too.
Yeah.
But he's trying to call the restaurant and get it back open. And like I said, nobody's really caring or helping him. This is like a really slow moving town that people are just kind of laid back and they don't care about this guy coming in and are not helping.
That's why I think they have old computers too. They don't care enough to actually get newer computers.
It could be. It definitely could be.
Ways.
Yeah. So I think I got a picture of Ruth here. That's Ruth in the back. I thought I had a
I
close
love
up of her.
her. I love all these people. I love
Yeah,
her.
she's from something too. I recognize all these people. I'm not sure from what.
She reminds me of also somebody in Twin Peaks that would take forever when she looks down and she says, "Let me see here. I have one more thing down here. Yeah, it's down here. Yeah. Um, oh that that was it."
Yeah, who knows? Um,
She has that
but
kind of old time, like sometimes in Twin Peaks there would be like a really long scene kind of drawn out, and she reminds me of that.
yeah, I still gotta watch that, and I know I should have watched it by now. Every time I say it, you're like, "Why did you watch it?" I haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
there's time.
Yeah, eventually.
Mhm.
But he does get a call from he gets a call from the sheriff that Shep Clark is missing,
Mhm.
and the harbor master's looking for him, and there's the sheriff now, and he's like, "Why does everybody hate me?" He really or no, I'm sorry, he doesn't say, "Why does everybody hate me?" He says, the sheriff says, "Why are you the mayor if you hate everyone?" Sorry, I said that wrong, but anyway, he got lost in the fog. We said that, and he wants hold on a second. I think I'm skipping a scene here. They want him to. I was thinking it was Wick that said that it wasn't, but he's telling him he should close the port, and he's like, "No, there's fog 360 days." So it's
Mhm.
kind of like the places it rains all the time doesn't really help. But yeah, the ship that is bringing in the guy from the New York Times is early, and he starts flipping out because the guy was already brought in actually to the historical building instead of them waiting for him. And this woman here, her name is Jerry,
Well,
and
they had a joke that I liked that said when he said, "Why is it 11 o'clock already?" And then like the other guy says, "Not my job to know."
oh, that I don't remember. I missed that part.
So
Uh,
a little
no,
slow
no,
myself.
dear, I made it for her with Nano a little bit ago.
What?
Um, no, he asked
Oh
about your
yeah,
picture, and I said I
that's
made it.
me.
And,
That's
well, I
me.
said
The
I made it, but
Lighthouse
Nano
Captain.
made it. But anyway, so he's upset that Jerry is showing him around because she is like really leaning into the lore of the island, and she because I remember you said something you like that quote where she says something like we caught him, we burn him or whatever to the witches. She's telling them all about the witch trials and everything there, and then
Well,
she also
before that, well, not okay. This first mystery, since we're deep diving, because they said that this is the part where they said the numbers, and they said 42 people, and then she was like 43, and
yeah,
he's
and
like, "That's too early for the story." So that's a mystery to me why it's 43.
yeah, somebody died there. Yeah, those are the people that settled on the island, and he
Yeah, and
tried.
then he said, "Oh, it was a pure land and everything, and it was unexplored." And then she says, "Except for the teeth."
Yeah, I know. What was that
That's
about?
very
That was
from,
creepy.
except for the teeth.
Except for the teeth. Fletcher
Mhm.
says the 43rd person is the reason for the curse. They very well might be.
Hmm.
Hopefully, we'll find out about that 43rd person. I also wonder that everybody here is superstitious. Like, look at the horseshoes. I just
Mhm.
noticed, unless that's part of the town, lore or whatever. I don't know, but they're there.
Well, plus they had like a crown of thorns in the case, and then it said, wasn't it like dead man found by horse or man found by dead horse?
Man found by dead horse, I think. I don't.
Priest eaten up by whale, I think was one.
Yeah, I thought I went back and got a picture of that. I guess I didn't of the poster. Um,
And then
sorry, I
along
thought I
with the
did.
witch trials, we caught them, we burned them.
Yeah, she tells him about the witch. You're right. There's the guy. She tells him about the witch trials instead of the stuff that he wants him to hear about. Yeah, she says, "We caught him. We burn him." Um, and he does say, this guy says, I thought I had his name, but I don't. Arthur. Sorry, I do.
Mhm.
Says that the guy in the ferry said bad things happen here. And this is where there's the painting there. That's of the settlers. And there's the witch trial stuff. I did get some of the pictures. And then he sees this poster here on the wall, and cannibalism in God's house. And he's like, was there
Yeah.
cannibalism? And he's
No,
like,
he said it beforehand. Like he said, "Oh, there was a story about cannibalism," and he's like, oh, that's kind of far-fetched, but then the reveal is that there's this huge article on the wall
Yeah.
that says cannibalism in God's house. And then my favorite joke from that was like, oh, did they go into cannibalism immediately? Oh, no, it took them 4 days.
Yeah, like that makes it all better, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, what town doesn't have a checkered past? He's trying to kind of, move on past all these crazy things. I really thought I had a picture of that horse thing though, but I guess not. I thought I did.
Yeah,
Hold on.
there's an effort to take a lot of really good pictures from this show, all the funny stuff that's in the
It
background.
is. And also the original version I had of this was not great quality.
Yeah.
I had gotten a better one after, but I didn't go through to redo all of them, but I did add a couple. Dieter says bad things happen here. It sounds like from, yeah, except, well, you know what? I was going to say they're not stuck there, but they kind of are because the people that were born there supposedly can't leave. So I guess,
well, they can leave, but then they have a heart attack or some horrible thing befalls them as soon as they hit.
Yeah, they can't leave and stay alive. Let's put it that way. So yeah, he's trying to get him out of there though. I mean, he's complaining. Tom doesn't like the fact that there's like all these folklore stuff there, but this is the town historical society. So the fact that somebody put this together, it's like, maybe you should have changed it then if you didn't want that,
Well, I love to go into a historical society that had stories like that on their walls.
Oh, I would too. That would be awesome.
Or some kind of weird crown of thorns thing
yeah, I couldn't tell what is in the case. I mean, there's something here in the case. I can't tell what it is though.
When in the scene they have a shot of the crown of thorns real close. I don't know what that is. It looks like a Viking boat or something. What is that thing?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
torture
sure what
device.
That's what I was kind of thinking. It looks sort of like a torture device. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But I do see the poster says Deadly Storm of 1788, Storm from Hell, where it says about the cannibalism. So it started out from a storm. Also, I noticed I'd have to go back and really look at the picture after, but that picture of the building on the wall kind of looks like the inn a little bit. Like maybe it was that and remodeled. But also, do you notice there's like a ghost in the window or something? Could be. That's what it looks like. It's something either.
Yeah, and then the second story on the cannibalism one is strange occurrences are happening or something. And
yeah, well, that's I was going to say to begin with that I'm pretty sure the church in that picture is the church that we see later. But
what's that picture all the way over to the left? You just pointed.
That's what I was going to say. It looks a lot like a kraken or something, doesn't it? A squid.
Oh, yeah.
Something. I think it's a squid. It looks like a really big squid. Yeah, cool. I don't know. I want to like delve more into that kind of lore, and I wish that I had been able to get clearer pictures of a lot of this, but unfortunately I did not. There's a crow. Isn't that a crow? That looks like a crow to me, right there.
It's a blob.
It's a crow. I want to give a reason for my crows, so I'm just going to say it's a crow.
When he goes to Wick's house, he has a stuffed crow, or it's a real one. I don't know. He went to touch it, but I don't know if it was real or not.
Yeah. Well, I still think they fit anyway. But anyway,
you can just find them. If you see one, just point it out. Even if it's a blob, point it out to me.
Yeah, it's a black blob. But anyway, they also have a Thomas. Dieter, I don't think that Thomas is that rare of a name. We might have that in a lot of shows.
Like I said on Julie's Live, I have a brother named Thomas. Write your theories now.
Okay, good. Tabitha will say it's a raven. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes. That's true. Fletcher. Hey, B, welcome.
A lack of salty birds in this one.
Yeah. But he says he's going to meet him to eat dinner at the Salty Whale, which is the restaurant that he bitched had to stay open because he even said something when he called that guy like the only good restaurant in town. So they don't have a lot in the town, and I know you're just teasing, Dieter. I was just laughing at it. Let me see. I wanted to see. I don't want to like belabor it and take forever. I thought maybe I could. Oh! Wait, I did find a couple. Hold on. I'm like, maybe I can get it really quick, and then I happened to stop like right on a picture of a couple of the pictures. So wait, let me get. There was one more here. Let me get the next. There we go. Okay, let's go back a second. I can refresh it. Okay, we have priest eaten by whale. So there we go.
Priest eaten by whale.
So there's that. And then there's also the crown of thorns you were talking about.
Yeah, that crazy crown of thorns thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
But yeah, I don't know. That's weird. They have the crown of thorns. And here's the man found dead by a horse. I thought by a dead horse. No, it's found dead by horse.
Oh, I thought it was man found by dead horse, which I thought was even more interesting.
Yeah, it's funny either way.
It'd be a ghost.
Yeah, ghost horse. That would be funny. Anyway, sorry, back to this. So he tells him to meet him at the Salty Whale, and so he claims they have the best lobster in America. And he's like, does Cape Cod know that? Or says something like that. Like,
yeah, Cape Cod, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love the tone of this. It's so funny, like, but it's dark humor, but it's not like
it actually kind of reminds me of Michigan Islands, because Michigan has more lighthouses and more coast than the other state. Brag. But I mean, it reminds me of like Mackinac Island, these like little towns. I mean, Mackinac's even smaller, but it's like people set in their ways, and it's got it has a haunted history as well.
Cool. The only thing I don't think I've ever the only thing I can think of, like, off the top of my head that I'm remembering being to like a town like this is, I know some of the places when we went to Vancouver when we were on I think I told you before, probably told everybody before, that I went on a location tour. Well, I went on a couple location tours, but this one was for Stargate. And one of the places we stopped kind of reminded me of this kind of thing. It was like a little town like that.
Was it on an island?
No, I mean, it wasn't an island. It was the place they used to film stuff, though. I know that. I mean, it wasn't a set or anything, but they had used it to film different things. But anyway, so he's going to meet him there. And then they have a meeting here, and here's those wacky guys and Rosemary there. This is where he says something about Ruth not being there. She's taking a nap, and they're like, she's an old woman. And he's like, it's not unreasonable to want her to work more than 2 hours a day.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, they're kind of like all going on and on about the crazy shit in the town, because he wants the guy watched so he doesn't do anything that he see anything he doesn't want him to see. And I know we're like going slow going through some of these quotes, but a lot of them are really good. Just like, I think I'm pretty sure it's this guy that says something like, don't let him go to the hospital. And then Rosemary says something like, oh, you can go to the hospital, you just can't stop.
Like, yeah, I have that totally written down. That was one of my favorite lines.
Yeah.
It's okay to drive by the old hospital, you just don't stop.
Yeah, just don't stop there. We don't
I
know
mean,
what happened.
one of my favorite things too is how Patricia keeps talking about her paintings or her poems throughout the series. Like, did you put my painting in that? Did you my poem in the map, the flyer thing that they're coming out with? I just thought it was fun. Because
totally. I think he had him change it and then totally blames somebody else. He doesn't want
that. Yeah, so I mean, I just think that her paintings and poetry must be really awful.
Probably, I kind of guessed that too. I would think
so. I'm hoping later in the series we get to hear her like recite some.
Yeah, no, that would be
good to see a crazy painting she's done.
I'm sure we will. I'll tell you though, all these paintings are kind of like weird. I mean, not like odd, like we haven't seen paintings like that before, but just like ones that are stuck in, in the office and stuff are kind of strange to have there. Like even that one back there.
You ever seen Parks and Rec? Where they have their mural of the like Native Americans and colonists and stuff.
No, I have not, but I think it was Karen. I don't remember if it was Karen or AJ. One of them last night said that one of the people who works on Parks and Rec works on this show, I guess. I don't know. I've not watched that show, so I can't really.
Because they have murals, like funny murals of bad history happening, like, I don't know if I want to get into it. Just really bad things that made like Pawnee look real bad, but there were murals of their history.
Well, they seem to do that. They seem to do that here, but I don't know that they really need them. They have the people to scare everybody away, right? Because this is Wick, and he barges in the meeting, and he's like, shut it all down. And they're all agreeing with him. And he says that the fog took Shep. And Tom's like, he's drunk. He's sleeping it off. And he's like, no, he quit. He's like, except he quit drinking. But he wants him to shut the whole town down and to turn on the siren. And of course, he's like, I'm not doing that. And he makes a point of saying, they need the money. And you can see here some of the stuff they need. And of
What
course,
does it
my
say?
on dead
Street
tree over
lights?
utility wires, which made me laugh. Street lights at
What was
main,
it? Faulty wires?
yeah, dead tree over utility wires. Street lights
Oh.
main and something power grid. Remove hornet's nest from something. So yeah, they need a lot of stuff down there. They need some help. Fletcher says the writer of Parks and Rec is the showrunner. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Fletcher. I knew they had said something about it. I just couldn't offhand remember what it was. But yeah, he's like, no, I'm not going to shut down the town. We need to get this guy to write a good article because he really wants the town to get some money. And he says he's doing it for the town. I think he is. He seems to care about what he's doing, but nobody's listening to him pretty much. But yeah, he says they don't even have Wi-Fi there. He makes a point of saying, that's why I said, when they're talking about Wi-Fi and cell phones, it has to be current or at least close to current. And he says what's going to get people killed is the lack of infrastructure. But Wick, all he's saying is that the island has lain dormant and it's waking up, and he calls it the haunt, which they kind of explain. Well, Tom explains, I guess, what he means by that is specifically, and mocks him about it. But the point of it is, he says the island's cursed. And Tom does not listen to any of this. Tom's like, you're miserable. You're trying to make everybody else miserable. I'm not going to let you do it. And he tells him if you don't sound the siren, he will. And he was telling the truth because we know later he does. But yeah, Tom is not happy. And I think he feels like they're all out to get him, which sometimes I think they might be. But when he gets a call from the sheriff again, he lies and he's like, oh, you found Shep. And I'm like thinking they're probably going to find him dead after you're saying this. But he tells them that because he wants him to shut up. And Patricia does ask him about it after. And he says, that it doesn't mean the fog took him. And then the other, I'm trying to see, that's where he's hiding.
Oh, I like this part. This part was pretty good.
Yeah, he hides in the office to talk to the sheriff. And then I'm trying to see here. There's where he talks to Patricia. She starts talking to him about, does he remember the story she's told him? And it's clear that she's told him this story over and over again, right? She tells everybody the story, I'm guessing, about, as she's calling, the boogeyman.
Like from.
That somebody broke into her house. And he's just like, he only killed teenage girls. You're in your 40s. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I know. Because she was like, I still put my dresser there every day. And he's like, didn't he only kill like teenage girls? Yeah. Well, you're in your 40s now.
I'm assuming and hoping this serial killer was caught, though. But who knows with this show, right? So yeah, we don't really know anything. Then there's like a bunch about him and his son talking, and he yells at him. He's smoking outside, and
he's like, "What is this?" He was like, "What is this?"
I don't remember specifically what the conversation was. It was partially about him sneaking out and that, and I think he grounds him or something. It wasn't super important, but it's clear that they have issues. They don't get along really well, and I think they say at one point his mother died in his wife, the kid's mother died in childbirth. So he's like a single father. But yeah, they have issues together. They don't get along really well. And then the siren goes off there at the port, and he comes out. Wick is there.
Yeah.
And Tom comes out and screams at him. And he's like, you lied. You said they found him and they didn't. So he's completely pissed that he lied at him, and also was worried about the town. And Tom tells him that he'll listen to him for 5 minutes. He promises if he turns it off. And he, for some reason, actually listens to him and does turn it off. So there's he like, stop. So they go to the bar. Why they have this conversation in like the local pub bar is beyond me, but they do. And this is where he says that I think I have a picture of the one thing. There's this
1846.
1846, there was a fog that stole souls. He said stage 1, and this is important for later. He said stage 1, your eyes turn white. Stage 2, they have lots of...
stage 1 is kind of like school spirits, what I'm going to point out, when their eyes turned white.
True. True. Interesting.
Stage 2, Jamie. Loss of senses.
A loss of senses and delirium. And stage 3 is a loss of erection.
But then Patricia says, like, why would you worry about that after 2?
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I missed that part. Where else, B says, where else are they going to have the conversation other than the local bar? Yeah, I guess it's that or their one restaurant, right? There's not a whole lot of choice. But then there's this comment about a revenant of a doomed sailor that's like a zombie they talk about. And there's the story that he says about the crew were missing and that
the SS Mary. Yeah.
Oh, SS Mary. Okay, that the there's the picture there. That the mayor shut down the lighthouse and the ship crashed. That this mayor had coveted the captain's young bride, and they have this conversation here where the whole thing that the only thing that Patricia gets out of that, and there's a picture of the boat too. The only thing that Patricia gets out of that and is upset about is that this ship captain was or no, I'm sorry, not the captain, the mayor that wanted the ship captain's wife or whatever, that he was an old man. And
he was 53 and she was 16.
Yeah.
And it's like, but she loved him.
Yeah, like, that's not okay. So yeah, but she kind of points that out and starts talking about how like that always happens. I'm guessing like she's kind of can't get a date or something, that she's always kind of on about that. Because I don't know, just the way they do it, like about her age and stuff. I don't know. I feel like there's something there, something that that bothers her or whatever, that she says these kind of things. But yeah, she doesn't like that this happens. And let's be honest, it happens a lot, right?
Yeah, well, I think he's just pointing out his sexism and ageism. Keep him in check.
Yes. All right. So Shep wants to shut the town down, and of course Tom doesn't. And he's telling him he's going to ruin the town. And he's like, but what if I'm right? And Shep, or I don't know why I keep calling him Shep, Wick. And Tom says that he just can't stand somebody else being in charge. And that he has done nothing to deserve his lack of trust. And then Wick tells a story. The reason why he doesn't trust Tom is that he's like, you're still talking about this now, that he used to doorbell ditch when he was 11. But it's not the fact that and in case anybody doesn't know, that means like running up on somebody's porch, ringing the doorbell and running away. But hey, if you don't live in a small town, you might not know that. But anyway,
like tipping cows is,
yeah, if you don't know what it means. But anyway, the reason that he doesn't like him is not because he did that. It's because he never actually rang the bell. Like he pretended to and let his friends think he did, when he was just like thinks he's a coward because he didn't do it. And yeah, Tom, I guess he thinks that speaks to Tom's character. Like he was 11, who cares, right? And then Shep comes falling in there. They found his body, so they take him to the hospital. And Tom goes to find out about him, where she's having this conversation with him. I don't remember what the conversation was again, but she is talking about her age again, because she says something like her biological age is 28. I'm not sure exactly what that was about, but
that's weird, because his biological age is like 37, right?
Yeah, and then they have that.
Are both of them just a lot older than they actually look?
I don't know. That's why I said there's some weird time type things in this, or references to time and age, that made me kind of wonder if it's relevant. I don't know that it is, but since it's been brought up a few times. B says, I've heard it called Ding Dong Ditch. Yeah, I've heard that too.
I wonder if time moves differently here, because they have that other scene too. I wonder if time.
Yeah, at the end, I kind of wondered if it could be something weird like that too. So Tom, I guess it's because it's a small town that he's actually going to visit this guy. I don't think that he really knows very well, but he looks at his chart, and it says, and this is what you're referencing, it says he's 37, and he's like, that can't be right. Like, that doesn't make sense. It also says that he had no alcohol in his system.
Yeah.
So he wasn't drunk. So why did this happen to him? What happened to him? Did the fog get him? And the guy opens his eyes, and they're completely white, which obviously was what Wick had been talking about, earlier.
Stage one.
Stage one. So it freaks him out, and then suddenly he attacks them for like no reason. And there's Tom all scared. The doctors come in and try to revive him.
Because he's got the fogginess. He's got the fogs or whatever.
And it makes me wonder too, like thinking about other shows I've seen with, folklore and stuff like this, like that. It makes me wonder, like, whatever is in him potentially, like, could he have spread it to somebody else, or did it let it into the town,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my main thought with that. But the guy dies, so he never gets to stage 2 and 3, unless that's delirium. Maybe it was a really quick, really quick stage 1,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if we wanted to see the other two.
Yeah,
Or the third.
Lots of that erection, right? So yeah, he's freaked out. Tom is like really freaked out by all this, and it's making him question, is what Wick's saying true? I don't think he really believes it. I think it's scaring him enough that it's making him question it. Would you agree with that, or do you think he believes it already? I think he's kind of like,
no, I don't think he believes it at all.
Okay. Well, I think that's why he freaks out, though. Obviously, like, it's affected him. And it makes him, like, when he gets in the restaurant about the fog, he's kind of freaks out.
Well, he's already confused because the thing says the guy's 37, and then,
Yeah. See,
the gloss over the eyes and all that.
Yeah, my thought with the 37 was just somebody switched his chart, but it has his name on the chart, so somebody maybe wrote it up wrong. I don't know what the point to that
or
would be.
Did they?
Or did they? But the guy looked old at the beginning of the show, so it wasn't like he was young and then he was old. So yeah,
unless I'm saying those people on the island, it could be a really hard 37.
Yeah, really hard.
They've seen stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Fletcher, I'm assuming you mean the guy who plays Tom. What's his name? Matthew Reese, I think. Says he's a great actor. Let me see. I think his name's, I want to say Matthew. Yeah, Matthew Reese. So anyway, he is sufficiently freaked out about what's going on, and he calls the coroner. I don't think it actually says the coroner, but this guy probably has like multiple jobs in this little town, I'm guessing. It's probably like the town doctor and the coroner and something else. But he calls him, and I know this guy from something too. I don't know what, but I've seen him in something. And
yeah, their casting is great.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. And he asks this guy if he saw anything out of the ordinary, and he's kind of like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I didn't even do the autopsy yet. This is a little town. It goes very slow, right?" So, yeah, so they'll have to wait and see. All right. So then he gets back to the office, and Patricia's bothering him, but she's bothering him because he's missed his dinner with the New York Times guy that he was so worried about. He's going to be late. So he runs over to.
He also says my favorite phrase in this whole thing: "Fucking shit dick."
Yeah.
I had to rewind it. I was like, what did he just say?
Yeah, I was gonna say I missed that line. Fucking shit dick. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a new one. I'll have to remember that one.
It is.
Oh, that's great. So he goes to have dinner with the guy, and the guy tells him that he loves the island. He's like, this is great. This is a great place for tourism and that kind of thing. But as he's saying all this, Tom, who is sufficiently freaked out by what's just happened with that guy, he sees the fog coming in. And this is where I'm saying, like, I don't know he necessarily believes stuff, but he's scared, he's paranoid, he's freaking out. Yeah, and when he sees the fog coming, he starts to get freaked out sufficiently. But before the power goes out, I don't think it's yet. The guy asks him about. He says that he was told by somebody on the island that people that are born there can't leave. That if they leave, they die. And like this person gave him multiple examples, and he's like, "No, people leave all the time. I leave all the time." And he's like, "But were you born here?" And he says, "No," but his son was. And he's like, "But clearly his son never left the island." So yeah, I feel like that's a super significant piece of information, right? Because that probably has to do with the curse. But I also have to wonder, like, these people have never left the island, like only a couple people. But I guess as a teenager, maybe you wouldn't. I mean, I don't know as a teenager if I had really gone like a far off place at that age. So I
Well,
guess it
but if you also have like stories of curses all the way growing up, and then the two people that left the island immediately had heart attacks landing on the mainland, you may not want to leave.
yeah, you'd be a little scared there to leave. So yeah, maybe the point of the show, maybe they're going to have to lift the curse. I mean, I'm guessing maybe that's what it's going to be about.
Very
Trying
fun.
trying to figure out how to go. I don't know. B says, I think whoa, what just happened? Okay, I see black. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I don't see. I saw black.
I don't see anything. I didn't see anything on my end.
Okay, then it's got to be on my end. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I hope nothing's wrong with my computer. I have so many computer issues all the time. I'll cry if there's something else wrong with the computer. I'm gonna, you know what? I have my email open, which takes a lot of juice. I'm gonna shut that down. Hopefully that'll help. So B says, I think deep down he does believe the stories, and that's why he denies everything so vehemently. That's a good point. He does deny everything constantly. I definitely think he's scared of them, even though he won't admit it.
Well, I think he wants it to be high class instead of like the metaphors that they have of it being like Martha's Vineyard instead of Salem. He wants it to be classy and not gimmicky.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think he writes in the paper something like it's the new Martha's Vineyard.
He like loses his mind when he says that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he's then what happens is he starts talking about what he's gonna write, and he completely like ignores him. He's like, I gotta go make a phone call. And then he's like, my kid better be at home. Like he's ready to call. I guess because he freaked him out when he said about, did your son ever leave? And he's like, I gotta go call my son. So I don't know.
But you didn't get one of my favorite jokes in the scene then. If you're gonna go make the call where Kathy comes up and pours water in his glass and he says that's not water.
Oh. No, yeah.
So he was drinking booze or something, and she just poured water in his glass.
Well, that's funny.
No, I love Kathy. She's my favorite waitress.
Yeah, no, Kathy's great.
Yeah, she's good.
But while he's there, the power goes out. So it's like he gets even more scared of the fog, and he starts freaking out. And he's like, everybody says to stay here. You know, it's dangerous to drive in, I guess, in the dark. With the fog, and which, you know, it's already dark outside, I think, so I'm not sure why the dark is going to affect them driving, but you know, it's you know, dangerous in the fog. Don't water down the whiskey, right? B. Water down the whiskey. But yeah, he's like, nobody can leave. You got to just wait out the fog or whatever. And the guy's trying to turn on the breaker and fix it that works there, and he's just busy freaking out over it. And the guy comes over to him and he's like, this is a nice town. It doesn't need the gimmick. So he thinks he's like not really freaking out. He thinks it's all put on in order to make it like a Salem type town or whatever, where they have all those, you know, folklore. And
but when he gets down, just when he gets down there, they have the people at the door that said the fog's receding.
Yeah. Right when he says it, they're like, it's receding. Like,
so it definitely looks like they put that on for the guy who came to write the article.
It does. And a lot of this, I am wondering if the town kind of plays tricks on him too, because like the people of the town are doing things to freak him out on purpose because they don't want the town to become touristy. Now, the guy getting hurt and in the hospital and dying, I don't mean, but some of the other things, I kind of wonder if they're trying to scare him. I don't know. But the guy tells him he'll have to lock up. He's like, that's the least you could do. And he also gives him a tab for people's alcohol. Cat like tells him he owes this money. He's like, I didn't drink that.
I like that it's small enough that he just gave him the keys to the bar and told him to lock up.
Yeah, small town living, right? When he's standing there, there's this woman standing there. Now, again, this is what I mean about you think things, you don't think things, you're not sure. Pretty sure that's Kathy.
Oh, that's Kathy.
Okay, but why is she just standing there in the middle of the like in the dark, in the middle of the room, like not moving? It was so creepy. I didn't even see it the first time. I tried to brighten the image so you can kind of see it. She's like standing so perfectly still. I thought like it was a ghost or something, and then I'm like, no, wait, that's Kathy, and that's why she's
Kathy just like standing around in the dark. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. She ends up scaring him a bit there, and that's where she says he owes for the drinks or whatever, and he's like, it wasn't me. He's like, take it up with Wayne. So then he goes to the bathroom here, and it pans down from the floor, and we see this, I guess you call them underground tunnels. I'm not sure what else to call it.
The ruins.
Yeah, the ruins. But there's an electric chair, and kind of locked. I don't know.
Don't you have electric chair in your basement? I do.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I don't think it's supposed to necessarily be in the basement of the restaurant. I think it's in those tunnels. But either way, something bad went down in this town, right? Something's going on there. And I think that's the video. Yeah, that's the video. Okay, so that's the end of the first episode. So before we go any further, let me see. Was there anything? Okay, that was to do with the other episode. Yes, it's the crypt. Yes, it's a crypt. So yeah, any comments on the first episode? I'm not sure. I went a little faster, I think, than I normally do, but there wasn't a whole lot of this one to kind of rip apart. But I like I said, I really like that this show, it kind of straddles that. Is he seeing things? Is it real? Are they just trying to scare him because they don't want the town to be touristy? Are they imagining things? You just really really don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Anything else to add specifically to this episode before we go on to
No, I can agree with you. I like the setup. I liked it that the pilot, I would consider this the pilot, was a good setup. It told a good story, and it was kind of funny towards the mayor because of the big production, that the guy who wrote the article thought it was, and then the mystery here with this, root cellar.
Root cellar. There, that's a good description there. Fletcher says it's the Crypts of Winterfell. I'm guessing that's a Game of Thrones reference. I don't know.
Probably. Did you see it? I didn't.
I don't know. No, I didn't either. So I have no clue. Okay.
But I like that it was encapsulated in itself and told a story, but now it has the mystery box thing here too.
Yes. Yeah, there does seem to be a sort of mystery box element a little bit. I mean, granted, not like as much as certain shows we watch, but there's something there. All right, so that one is called Welcome to Widow's Bay is the name of the episode. Was the first one. Hold on, I'm fixing the image. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, that's fine. What do you think this was used for? Good old vigilante justice or justice?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought of like how they had the witch trials and stuff there, but clearly they didn't electrocute witches, so that's not. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe some of these folklores, like they tortured people or something, maybe because trying to find. I don't know.
Or did they keep something in that and then release it to the person that was strapped in the chair?
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, because that's the way that's put there, and the way the chair's there.
Yeah, the chair is kind of opposite that thing. I'm not sure if that's a room or like a vault container. It's kind of hard to tell the way they showed the image.
Kind of has root cellar doors.
It kind of does, but the whole thing's underground.
It's like release the Minotaur, and then they're in the chair.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so then we have episode 2.
What's it called?
That's what I was just gonna look. Give me one sec. Episode 2 is called Lodging, which isn't that it doesn't really I mean kind of encapsulates the episode.
Lodging, because you got
lodging, that's what it's about. He says the other thing reminds me of the crypts beneath cathedrals. That's why I said that. Yeah, it kind of does. I hadn't thought about that, except this is under like, I don't know if it's under the town or under the restaurant specifically, but that makes me wonder, like, does that mean the town was built on something? Like, I wouldn't, although this is kind of like a trope, so I kind of in a way hope they don't go there, but I think of like a lot of times when there's a curse, like the town's been built on like burial ground or something like that. But yeah,
Just
I don't know.
Bill on teeth. Just a bunch of teeth.
Yeah, Bill on teeth. That's good. You know, they've had 2 references too, because we have the teeth game later. So it makes you kind of
That's the one. That's the one I imagine that Sophie and Sarah from play. Now that they're roommates.
I hope not, but yes, that kind of makes sense.
Well, Sarah needs those, but Sophie just needs her hand. But it's a game they play. It's fun.
Well, teeth things are kind of gross, so I don't know. But yeah, she takes teeth out, so she's like that. All right.
The board game thing was my favorite thing from this episode. All those board game graphics.
That was really, really strange and creepy. Or give me 1 second. I gotta open the
hilarious.
I realized, hold on, I have the wrong recap up. I'm gonna pull the other one up. Okay, so the episode opens with the church bells going off, which becomes important later in the episode. But you don't really know yet what the point of it is. But we'll come to that when we get it back around. All right, so here are his brochures from Mayor.
Can you go close up on those?
Well, there's the inside too, but yeah, I can go close.
I just want to see them. I can't see them really good on my TV. Okay.
Oh yeah, it says Widows Bay Island. That's what it says. And then there's the inside.
Can you read it all?
Yeah, no. I can't actually. The mayor as mayor, I'd like to personally invite you to enjoy all the beauty of Widows Bay's Island, whether you want to get a tan and take a dip in our fine waters, or just enjoy the festivities. Please join us on Widows Beach on July 1st to see our mayor take the inaugural swim to the buoy and back. Something just a stone's throw from the town square, so something dining, he's got his finger over, shopping and romantic walks. I don't know about romantic walks.
Dark romance.
Be sure. Well, they made a typo, that's for sure, because it says be sure learn. Should be sure to learn more about our island's rich and something history at the Historical Society and the Richard something house. And while you are here, visit our
Warren House, probably.
Yeah, probably historic lighthouse. We are so glad you're here. And there is another octopus picture.
Where are these activities? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
What'd you say? There's activities. What?
No, go ahead. Talk about the octopus. I thought that you were going to say something.
No, I was just saying there's an octopus. That's the second octopus we've seen.
Yeah, because I was looking at the holidays. There's like Founders Day. What are the other ones? The cemetery tour? It says it's a cemetery tour.
Yeah, something is July to August is historic cemetery tour.
And then the one at the right, I can't really see.
Yeah, something Founders Day celebration. I can't read the top one. Historical Society tour, maybe. Yeah, It's hard to read. But I don't know. I just think it's interesting. I guess the other one was a squid. That one's an octopus. So I guess
it's nice. It's nicely designed, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Except Patricia's poem wasn't there.
Yeah, her poem's been left out, and that's where I said I think he's got it left out because he's like, don't blame him too much, and don't there's just a mistake, and I'm thinking, yeah, you told him to take it out, didn't you? Because it was really awful.
There's got to be a payoff later on in the series, like we're reading a poem or something, and it's just going to be this really, really bad.
Probably. B says, is that the only town on the island? Do we think there are folks who live outside of town? What do you think? I kind of think the town is the island would be my guess, but I don't know. I mean,
well, with Mackinac Island, there's people that live on the island, but then people that take the ferry over to work there.
That's fair. I don't
but
know.
But those people might have not been born on this island, so they can go to the coast and back without dying.
Yeah, because they say they can't leave the island, right? Not they can't leave the town. That is an important distinction. I'm pretty sure it said island.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the only town on the island.
Yeah,
I think so, because I think there's only 3,000 people on the island. Somebody said that. I don't know. They specifically said the town.
Yeah, I don't know. I would guess yes, but I don't know. Yeah, unless they tell us otherwise, I would guess yes, but we really don't know.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. So there's also this part where I guess she is his assistant, right? Because it really didn't say, like, she's driving him too, which I thought was interesting. And that's why I thought she must be his assistant, that she drives him around too, I guess. Or no, actually, he's driving her. I said that.
I was like, this isn't Britain.
Yeah, no, this isn't. He's the one driving. Yeah, he's driving her. But I mean, they did clearly. I say clearly, but I guess it's not clearly. It doesn't seem to me that the way he treats her that they're in a relationship. I don't think they are.
No.
So the fact he's driving her to work is a little strange. But then again, it might just be like this is such a small town. It's like people carpool type of thing. Like it's just the way it is. There could be. And also he's the mayor. Maybe he's just being nice. I don't know. But
he needed her there to read the great things that writer said about it.
True. So yeah, the article came out in the New York Times. He's tickled pink because it said that Widow's Bay is the next Martha's Vineyard. So yeah.
But he said, but then she says that's all it said, and he's like, well, that's enough.
Well, he said read what it said about Martha's Vineyard. I do think the article's longer than that, but that's all it says about Martha's Vineyard.
Yes.
I think later she does drive him to the inn to drop him off for the night. She does. Yeah, so they drive it. That's why I thought it was a little strange. I thought maybe they were in a relationship, but they don't act like it. So I would say probably not. They could just be friends. I mean, who knows? For all we know, they could be cousins or brother, sister, I guess, technically.
Brother, sister, and cousin.
I think they are, but I mean, technically they could be. Although I would think if they were, when she said about like somebody breaking their house, there would have been more to that story. So I would probably say not to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he thinks now that this article came out that this town is going to become like a huge tourist destination, which look, that could be the case. They do, I guess, already have reservations at the inn already. So I guess they intend to probably people will start coming there. So yeah, he's happy about this.
Well, they might have been dropping off those books too, just as coworkers.
Flyers, yeah. I don't know, but they end up both at the there's the town. I just took the pictures of it. I thought that was cool looking.
Oh yeah.
Little coffee shop, I guess to call it. Because she's there too, so she's coming around or whatever. But yeah, that looks like that's probably the box of flyers. So maybe
they're just bringing the flyers around. Yeah.
Yeah, and if she's like Fletch says, she's his assistant, and if she is, it would make sense she's there doing it with them.
What's the picture in the back there?
A boat, like a shark,
a fish.
Bottom one. The top one looks like the store, like I think an old version of the store. Maybe it looks like a bakery or something. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
They have coffee mugs that are like the ones from Twin Peaks.
I don't know. To me, they look like coffee mugs. They look like fancy coffee mugs.
It's a very specific shape. Theirs are brown, but the same shape as these, like the one she has, that kind of curved ones. I always look for them. I can never find them anywhere.
Yeah, they're kind of tapered.
Yeah.
Well, now they're becoming a fancy town because this guy that works there got a cappuccino machine only because he talked him into buying it. Because he's like, that cost a lot of money. He's like, don't worry, you'll make it back, right? Like, probably.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because he's saying the locals aren't buying it because it's probably too expensive and they're making it for the tourists, and he doesn't think he's going to make a profit off of it.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if nobody's ever going to buy this coffee, but he thinks, tourists come in and they're going to buy it. I mean, I would think tourists, if they come to a small town, wouldn't necessarily expect that. So I don't know, but
but if you're trying to make your town like a tourist island, people would expect it.
All right, fair. I think they got to get more restaurants and stuff too to do if they're going that direction than just getting one cappuccino machine. But it's a start, I guess, right?
More of everything.
Yeah, more of everything. But he's happy about the cappuccino at any rate. So she's just watching him and staring at him. There's really nothing there than that. Oh, they hear the cops. That's what ends that scene. They go outside. They rush outside and rush over, and Wick is trying to nail the door of the inn shut.
Yes, I love this.
The owner of the inn is clearly not happy, and this is where he says, we already have people booked up. But he's trying to stop him from opening it because he's saying that it's, the place is evil or cursed or whatever. And that he doesn't want anybody to stay there. And then he starts yelling at Tom too, saying that he's only and doing it for the money. He's not looking out for any of them. He's clearly drunk though. So, I mean, Did he mean these things? Probably, but he's clearly drunk. And he calls Tom a coward, which is what sets Tom off. Which, look, he shouldn't have screamed at him, called him a coward. But A, like I said, he's drunk. But also B, he's supposed to be the mayor. He should be acting, correct and not being like Wick. And whenever he yells at him and calls him a coward, Tom calls him first he says, fuck you. Then he calls him a dumb hick.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, because they're in this small town, like a complete insult. And because he keeps saying like he's not like them. Tom is clearly seems to be, I guess, originally from like a bigger town, so he's not from this, this little tiny town. But yeah, he calls him a dumb hick. And the people of the town are not happy because they like him, I guess, the guy. They don't like the mayor. And it's like they're all insulted because he called him that.
Because they probably think that he also thinks they're hicks.
Yeah, which he probably does, to be fair. Yeah, so they're not happy with him. Nobody's happy with him, but he's not really happy with anybody else. So,
did you get my favorite joke in this scene? Do you have a picture of it?
I don't know, because I don't know what I don't remember what your favorite joke is.
My favorite joke in this scene is the one the guy walks up to the door and just opens it with a plank on it. Oh, you did get a picture of it?
No, I didn't. I missed that part. I must have been looking down and taking
notes. After all this, a guy, like, because he was hammering that plank onto the door, he comes up and he just opens the door, and Wick didn't do anything but was nailing. It just opens.
So he didn't actually nail it shut. That's funny.
No,
I didn't.
Despite all his drunken efforts, yeah.
Yeah, no, I did not notice that at all. Oh, there's also the fact that he didn't handcuff him, because he makes a comment about, like, how is he doing that out the side of the truck?
Yeah.
But that's because they don't think he's a danger, which really I don't think he is. He's just drunk. So at the bar, everybody is not like, giving him the side eye here. But he stops and he talks to the priest. I meant to check it in the captions and I didn't because I was taking notes, but I thought he called him dad. I could be wrong. I'm curious if anybody else heard it, or I'm just nuts and thought he said that.
I don't think that priest is his dad.
Okay. I didn't. Well, it depends depending what religion he is, he could have kids, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it made tons of sense, but that's what it sounded like to me, so I wasn't entirely sure. But anyway,
like the contraction of father, he just wants to make it quicker.
Yeah, I don't know. I whenever I went back this, like, from the first time, I figured he must have said father, and I was thinking for whatever reason that it was his father. But then when I listened this time, I thought the same thing. It sounded like he said dad, but he probably didn't, and I probably just heard it wrong. But anyway, he's talking to him about what's going on, and the priest tells him that people fear change. And I noticed something. I don't know. To me, it stood out. I've been ripping apart from too much and diving too many things. He says something or a prayer about a shepherd, and it made me think about the first episode with Shep, because they kept calling him Shep, and I'm like, I wonder if that's related to that at all. Probably not, but yeah,
it's the same book that Sophie quotes from. It's James 4:6 that states God gives greater grace to the humble by opposing the proud.
All right, interesting. Well, obviously,
he said that and laughed, and I was like, but Sophie just quoted from James from too. James supposed to be a hot book.
Yeah, I don't know. I had missed that. That's where it was from. I missed that.
I wrote it down because it was too close to the other one.
That's cool. No, I had missed that. But either way, he's talks about his son. Tom does, and he apologizes for him causing trouble ringing the bells of the church. And the priest is like, you must be mistaken. And he's like, oh no, he knows that he's the one that did it, and doesn't get why he's saying it's not possible. We don't know that yet, but he doesn't think that he rang the bells. Tom is like adamant that he did. And we know from what we saw, the bells did ring, which is the important part of all that. But he does look funny. And let's see, he's there picking up food for his son. There's a better shot of the priest there. And everybody in the bar there giving him the side eye. They call him a dumb hick. They're clearly at him because of what he did, because he called him that, because they're the guy's friend. And he look, Tom basically says, I shouldn't have said that. I know I was wrong for saying that. But he says, I know you're loyal to him, but I didn't mean it. But even if you're loyal to him, that doesn't make it right. And he says, we're getting business. There's nothing wrong with the inn. People need to be able to stay there. And they start saying, no, bad things happen there. And he's like, says, yeah, but that doesn't make it's haunted and it's not going to put anybody in danger. And they're like, well, then why don't you stay there? Like, I think we probably saw this coming. And he's like, well, are you going to pay for it? So they're like, well, I'll chip in and pay for it. And like, you're going to stay there tonight in the captain's suite. And that is where Captain lost his mind, killed his family with an axe in that room. And then they mention, I'm not sure exactly what the story was. I didn't get the whole thing written down, but ungrateful Hortense Fitzgerald.
Oh, ugly Hortense.
Ugly Hortense, and he's supposed to say. I didn't know if he was supposed to say ugly whore or ugly Hortense. I had written down.
No, it's ugly Hortense in the closed captioning.
Okay,
it's kind of like Bloody Mary. You're supposed to say that a number of times. Yeah.
I remember Bloody Mary. I remember like, God, I feel old now, like decades ago, like at summer parties and stuff, like doing the Bloody Mary and like light as a feather, stiff as a board, and all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Those were always fun. But he has to stand in front of I thought they said the mirror, but it said something about her appearing in the window, so I don't know. But
yeah, it's similar. It's similar.
Yeah. He also said something that I missed here, where he said misogyny is in the air. I don't know exactly what the line was.
Well, because they were saying ugly Hortense, and then they were like the guy who killed his family, like killed his wife and everything.
Okay, I see. I wasn't sure exactly.
And then my favorite line about the guy from 1951 that was the clown killer, and they're like, the guy who killed clowns.
And he's like, no, he dressed up like a clown. That's funny. Yeah. But the other things they mention, I'm just mentioning them because obviously the one's important, but the clown is, and the other ones might become important later. Who knows? But they also say that there was in 1962, there was a New Year's Eve disaster.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that in this episode too.
Yeah. But they found a head in the dumbwaiter. And then in 51 was the clown killer. And
a lot of this kind of reminds me of The Shining. It has like kind of Shining vibes.
Yeah, it does. B remembers Bloody Mary. Yes, I definitely remember that. I said I remember that, and the other thing that sticks out to me is light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yeah.
And then that one where there was another one where you somehow, I don't even know how, I don't think anybody actually knew how or what you were supposed to do, but something about you pinch somebody a certain way in the back of the neck and like you could paralyze them or something crazy like that. I don't know.
I mean, we just played the Ouija board. We just got the Ouija board out.
I feel like I might have used a Ouija board at somebody's house, but I never had one. But I remember the thing trying to do the neck thing and like standing on the steps trying to do that was really dangerous and dumb. Because we were like standing backwards on the steps and we could have fallen. I remember that. And I remember the light as a feather, stiff as a board. And they're float. Like, of course, you imagine it or you make it up or whatever when you're a teen. You're like, oh my God, they floated. I remember that. That's what I remember most.
I bought a 50% off Wednesday themed Ouija board, which is I say Ouija Wednesday, which might come back into play when we cover the next Wednesday season.
Oh, that's cool. I have not.
Maybe we can play a little Ouija Wednesday.
Is it for the series or for the movie or?
It's for the series. It goes in the dark. It goes in the dark too.
Oh, that's cool. Interesting.
And I never put much stock in it if Parker Brothers makes it. I mean, it's a Ouija board that Parker Brothers makes.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really. I would say that never really scared me, but I never really messed with it either. Like I said, I think maybe at one party I vaguely remember we did something with a Ouija board, but I think it was more just us laughing around, laughing at things and not really.
Oh yeah, people just push the planchette.
Yeah, because as a teen, like half these people were pushing it. I didn't do it. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that. I also remember I told you I had I had a tarot card deck, but it was like it wasn't a real tarot card. It was like a thing with like hot men or something. I don't even remember. It must have been really young. I remember that, and it was more like a game. Like you did it, and then like it told you which guy you were going to go out with or something. I don't know. It was some dumb teen thing. Who knows?
That's interesting. Kind of like that board game about dating that was big in the 50s, but it's a tarot deck, and you get to find out who you're going to date.
Yeah, there was something like that that had a fake phone in it too. I remember a game with a pink phone. It's kind of like what you're talking about. I remember. I don't know, just like little bits and pieces I'm remembering from my teenage years, a long time ago. All right. So anyway, he's agreeing that he's gonna stay there, and also because he says he will stay. Because at first he's like, I got to stay with my kid or whatever. Mystery date. Yes, that was the thing with the phone. I think, I believe. And yeah, Neo, I don't know. I just remember there was like, I don't even think they were real photos. I think they were like cartoon drawings, but there was like guys on the cards, and I think you were supposed to like, I don't know, pretend they were people you knew or something.
Huh.
We were
I'm gonna have to
like
do some.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago, guys.
I'm gonna have to investigate this further.
Yeah, no, whoops, sorry for that. Yeah, I know it was a long, long time ago. But he uses an excuse as his kid at first, but they're like not having it. But then also I noticed that's an odd thing. Is that like a bottle that's hanging from the ceiling? I did notice that, and it's like
buoy?
24. No, it's a buoy. You're right, it is a buoy, but it says 24. So
what's that thing underneath it? That like stripe thing with the red and the yellow one.
Maybe another buoy. I don't know. Something for fishing.
Looks like a gas can.
I don't know. I can't tell. That's an oar next to it. So I don't know.
Well, they are a fishing town.
Yeah, they are a fishing town. So anyway,
what does 24 mean?
I don't know. It means that it's the number after 23. But
look,
there's
another 42, and 42 was the people on the island that came to the island first.
Yeah, there's a 12 too. Yeah, I don't know about that. It is a cool set though. But damn it, I thought I had a picture of it. Rosemary is in the bar, and she's like, you also need to go and spend time in the crawl space. And he's like, thanks a lot. Like, you work for me. You're not supposed to be helping them out, right?
Yeah.
Which was funny. Kelly said they mentioned mystery date in the Santa Claus movie. That's where I know it from. Okay, interesting. But no, I think I had it. I think that is what it was called. It was a remake. I should say, like, it was like a newer version. There was an original mystery date game too. This was like a new.
Yeah. It was like mystery date, the card deck.
No, I don't know. But it definitely was not the original because it was mine. I remember vaguely my mom saying like that it was like they had that game when she was young or whatever. So it was definitely like a remake of it. One of those big empty drums used to mark out no wake zones or something. In the water, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about it, so I have no clue. But they are something to do with the water fishing. There's another one up there. Look, I just happened to see that. Whoops. I can't move it. When I tried to move it over, it went to previous. Oh, that's a mirror. Never mind. It says,
looks like a football.
No. I mean, there's another. It's 24 backwards, but it kind of makes it look like 42. So maybe there is a point. I don't know.
We're gonna learn about that later.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Rosemary's like, you got to spend time in the crawl space. And Kurt can lock you in. That's like so nice. He's like, oh, gee, thanks. But he says, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna stay, but you guys have to promise that if I do this, that then there's no more talk about this. You'll let people stay at the hotel and you'll shut up about it. And they do agree, which is why I definitely think there is a possibility that like the people of the town did shit to scare them. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody really went in there pretending to be a ghost, but how they videotaped them and they weren't on the videotape, that's a little more questionable, but I don't know. Okay, so at the church, the priest goes up to look at the bell and it is chained down. So there is no way that church bell rang. And that's why he was freaked out. And there's a lot of spider webs. Ew. When did the colonists arrive? Fletcher's asking. I don't know. I'd have to look. Whoa, what was that, Scarlet? Did you drop something?
Oh, I barely touched a piece of paper. Did that make a really loud noise?
Yeah, it sounded like your laptop.
I just touched my notes. So like, yeah, because sometimes Julia will say when I touch, like I just moved the iPad, she's like, "What was that noise?" And I'm like,
"No, yeah, it sounded like you knocked down your." Sound like you locked down your iPad. Or
I was
something.
trying to find a year. I don't have a year in my notes.
Yeah, I don't.
The Historical Society lady said anything about it.
Yeah, I have the number, not the date. Fletcher says, "Why is the bell chained?" I don't know. Maybe it calls like something, like a
summons.
mermaid. Yeah, maybe it summoned something. I honestly don't know.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, B says it did sound like something fell. See, that's what I said.
Jeez,
That's why I was like, are you okay? It sounded like you knocked your whole laptop down.
I literally have a piece of paper that I moved, like, up
no,
to my
I know.
face.
It's probably near your speaker, so it made a noise. But as for why it's chained, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's important that it's chained. And he does look at that letter later, which we'll get to when we get to it. So okay, so he's eating dinner with his kid there, telling him he's gonna make him spend the night with, I don't know, some neighbor or something. And he's upset about it. And then suddenly he's not, and he's like, "What did you just concoct?" Like, he knows the kid's not going to stay. Though, I kind of wonder, can't the kid stay by himself? Isn't he old?
I think didn't he ask Ruth? I think Ruth was there taking care of him. Ruth of all people.
It might have been Ruth. That I don't know, but I don't know. I would think that his son's old enough to stay alone, but then again, he's a troublemaker, so maybe he doesn't trust him.
He sneaks out. He's an Ethan. He's sneaky.
Yeah, he knows he's not going to stay anyway. B says, I bet they chained the bell because when it tolls, bad things happen, so they change it to keep it from tolling ever. It doesn't seem to work. I don't know. Yeah, and Fletcher said, can't the kids be by themselves? Asked Tabitha. Yeah, but he's older. He might be Julie's age, but I think Julie would be old enough to stay alone too if it wasn't for Ethan.
But Julie's not getting into shenanigans.
No, Julie isn't into shenanigans like he is. You're right. All right. So anyway, he knows he's planning something. And there you can see how the furniture is really like old style, like a 70s.
What's a picture of a glacier or something there? What is that?
Kind of looks like embroidery or something. Oh, it's like a castle or something on a hill, I think. But it also looks almost like there's an upside down version or something. Like maybe this is, another dimension or something. I don't know. That's to me what it looks like. Like there's a castle thing on the hill, like with another one upside down. I don't know. So anyway, no clue. So there's the house, which, by the way, I was going to say, if I do this here, you can see it's even got it's on the other side of the lighthouse. You can't see it. I was going to say that house that building is in the background, but you can only see half of it because of the way I moved the picture. That's why there's a lot of water, because originally the picture was like just the town, but I had to move it over so I could fit it where you could
fine.
see
I like the waves. They're comforting.
Yes, I do. It was nice and calming.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So he's going to stay at this place. He goes there at night, obviously. And yes, Patricia does drive him there. I do not have a picture of it, but she did drop him off. All right. So he's going to check in. Oh, she says, I have this written down though. She does say, this place freaks me out. Okay, good luck. And then leaves.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
I just saw those masks on the wall too. Those kind of creepy masks.
Yeah, are they angel faces? They kind of look like cherub faces, don't they? I don't know. That's what they look like to me.
Yeah.
So then he's looking at this odd painting on the wall, which has like this drowning boat, and then off to the side, this little drowning kid. Very creepy. I like the waves. Something Dale would love to say. All right. It's not a wall, it's waves now. I don't know. Maybe he would, but that painting's creepy. The guy says that I took down. Oh, he says I took down the more provocative ones. You told me to. This one isn't provocative.
I like to see the provocative ones.
Yeah, I know. I assume the way I don't know though. To me, if somebody says provocative, that would mean like they were like naked people or something on it. I didn't think it would be like creepy shit. I wouldn't call it that provocative.
Or it'd be creepy, sexy shit.
Yeah, or creepy, sexy shit. Exactly. So he's going to have him stay. There he is. He gives him the video camera because he has to film everything to prove it. And again, old equipment, like that video camera is like super, super old, just like their TVs are.
Yeah, but I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of a thing. Just keep it.
True. Although I wonder that anything normally would play those tapes, but considering how old the TV is, they might.
Yeah. Everything's compatible.
I guess so. So he takes him up to the room. Let's see. He tells him about the honor bar, which basically there's a bar downstairs and he can take anything, but he has to like write down what he takes. So they know he took it so they can make him pay for it. Although they're paying for his stay, so he shouldn't have to.
Well, and they also have a camera on it, so he says it's
Yeah,
not
he's
really.
like, I'll know because he's like videotaping it. Like as soon as he goes down there to get a drink, he's like, write it down. So he's been spying on it the whole time.
So it isn't an honor system.
Yeah, no, not really. That's what he says. I swear those look like people, like the design. Like it looks like a guy with a mustache and like funky eyebrows to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, just saying.
Watch it.
Interesting. They can play it back on the camcorder if nothing else. That is a good point. They can do that. Yes. All right. So he is gonna let him stay there. He says to him, "Don't you bring the bags in the room?" And he like kicks him into the room. The guy will not even walk into the room. So the guy's scared of his own inn. This is a problem. And I wonder, did he not clean anything in the whole building? Because like, how did he clean it if he couldn't walk in the room, right? But yeah, he's opening the inn back up and he's like, there's no way he's going in there, but he doesn't say that. And in fact, he's not even staying the night at the place. He's like, okay, I'm going. And he's like,
we're going home.
He's like, well, I'll be reachable at home. He's like, well, what if a guest needs something? He's like, I'll be reachable at home. Yeah, that would not actually work, but that's the way it is in this town. So yeah, he's going to leave him there and he's clearly scared of his own hotel, inn. But Tom's, he's doing okay. He's not too scared yet. Okay, so then we go to the priest. I don't know, is that the rectory? I don't know like what that place is. It's like files or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's what I was wondering if it was. But it says, to the rector of the church, I pray that this burden will never fall for you. But should the bell toll, there are steps you must take. On the north side of the rectory, there is a chamber, something where you will find something. And that's all we get to read. And he's scared. So yeah, what do you, now that we get to that point, I mean, yeah, what do you think that's about? Like, why is there this, like you said, maybe it brings something out or it calls for something, but it seems to me interesting that like it ringing means he's got to do something. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think, but I feel like there's definitely something to that. He seems scared. So whatever it is, he believes in it.
Enough to chain the bell so it doesn't ring.
Yeah. I what do you think about that though? Like, is this like a demon thing? Is this a ghost thing?
I don't know. Storms are brewing. Maybe it takes out something in the town or people.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, the show's supposed to do with like folklore and stuff, but some of it makes me think of like ghosts or demons, like with the way it's going. So I don't know. Who knows?
Well, a priest, it could be a demon. That makes sense.
Monster, demon, something. Roger says the guy from the inn is so afraid he sleeps at home. Yes, he doesn't even like his own inn. I don't know how you can get people to stay there if you won't even stay. So I don't know about that. All right. So then there is this scene with the sheriff. His wife's, I'm assuming his wife is on the phone, wants to move out of the town. So they must not have been born there, I guess. And says that the mayor is asking too much because she wants to leave now, but he says they'll get to leave after Labor Day. And Wick's like, are you moving somewhere? And he says, that they are as soon as he can. He's like, smart. So I guess this guy must not have been born there that he's leaving. All right. So then he is getting settled in for the night. He starts playing. Oh, there's no air conditioner either. What are these things? I was going to ask you, what are those things up there? Oh, those are books. I wish I could read it. Barse, B-A-R-S-E is the only one I can read. Yeah, something Leon. I can't read them. They're too far away. But he watches this video. Says, welcome to Widow's Bay. And
I love this video. I love this video.
The original trailers, like there is this, you can watch this video.
Oh, really? With him just walking away?
Yeah, and I think he like appears or something. I can't remember. Like it looks like he moves weird or something. I honestly can't remember. But it looks like it could be a skip in the tape, so it's hard to tell. It says maybe both demons and ghosts. Fletcher says if they turn a Yellow Jackets frog scene to explain things, they'll laugh. I don't think we're gonna get that. We'll see. The man on the TV is from Lumen. That's why he looks familiar. I think he might be because he does look kind of familiar. I think he's one of the maybe he's like one of the wax people or whatever. I don't know. He does look kind of familiar. Says he's the 43rd person. He might be the 43rd person. That would be interesting. But I guess more shall be revealed, right?
I just liked it because when you're in a hotel, you always get those welcome to videos that show you things about where you are, points of interest, places to go, places to eat. But this is just a guy walking on a beach, and that's just a beach.
Yeah, he's like, I'll give you a tour. And then he walks away. Like,
It
okay,
just
that.
reminds me of something a really small town would do, and they would probably think that was acceptable. That's fine. It shows the bay. You're here.
Yeah.
It's a bay.
It's a bay. And there's a blob. Is that a crow? No.
The crow? That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Point
think
those
it
things
is.
out.
I'm just
It's a
joking.
crow.
It could be.
We'll find the crow. I bet you took a picture of the crow in this one.
No, I didn't, because I honestly didn't see a crow at the guy's place.
Oh, it's in Wick's house.
He doesn't go to Wick's house. You're talking about episode 3.
Maybe that's episode 3.
Yeah, but it's not in this.
You'll find your crow. I don't know if it's stuffed or not, but there's a crow.
Okay, yeah, that's episode 3, I think. All right, so I lost where I was at. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, he looks at the video. I also noticed, I thought I got a picture of it, but it made me laugh though. It's so completely irrelevant, but there's like a tray of candy there. It looks like lemon candy. And for some reason, all it made me think of was Dumbledore and Harry Potter and his lemon sherbet things. I don't know. That's what it made me think of. And I was like,
I wonder how old that lemon candy is.
Yeah, I probably would not eat it.
Since that guy's never been in this room for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, even the TVs are like so old. Like, I would think some of these things, like in a normal town, they wouldn't be that old if it was like current time. So I do question if there is some time shit going on, some timey-wimey.
But now, also, if you're in a place that's that old, I mean, such a small town, and you don't get that many visitors, you might just not update the TVs.
I guess. I don't know. I just couldn't see it. People, like, nobody having technology. But I mean, I don't know. I don't live in a town like that, so I don't know. No, Wizard Harry, yes. Now, I don't know that it's significant in any way, but I took a picture of this because he does see light go by, which I'm going to assume is from the lighthouse that's in the town. And by the way, this picture was created from the picture of the town on the key art on the poster. So there is a lighthouse, in case anybody didn't realize. I don't know if they showed it in the show or not, but I'm just saying in case anybody.
They mentioned the lighthouse.
Oh, that's true. I did mention.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta shut this. I didn't mean to. Okay. So yeah, he's looking out the window.
No, it's funny because I remember the sheriff saying a joke because he was saying, like, you've got, like, maybe that's on the third season too, but it's funny. It's about the parameter. Like, you have to like watch the parameter, and he's like, the ocean's the parameter.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
Which makes me think of the lighthouse because the ocean is the parameter.
Yeah, I think that's episode 3. I've seen episode 3. Not everybody in the thing has, but yeah, I don't think that's the.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything that's a spoiler.
No,
I don't think that's a spoiler.
No, I just meant I have seen episode 3. I don't remember though. When the light popped up when he's talking on the phone to check on his son, I thought it was a car arriving. You know, I thought that for a minute too, but I assumed after. I thought it's probably supposed to be the lighthouse, but
could be.
But yeah, it could be a car too. That's a good point. I don't know. There was, by the way, there's the 2 chairs he had the option of. Like when that guy's like there's 2 chairs.
He said there was no AC, but there was the fan to appropriate or something.
I know, right? Like there's a fan. But then again, I guess with all their old tech, like I'm not surprised there isn't air conditioning, right? So there's the alcohol. It looks like there's a bottle of absinthe there. I don't think that's what it is, but it makes me laugh. Yeah. Super green alcohol there. I guess it could be mint something. But let's see what's on the fireplace. There's a head. That's like a science
phrenology head?
Yeah, the ones that it shows like the parts of the brain or whatever. At least I think that's what it is. That's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong.
Like where your lumps are in your head determines different things.
Yeah, the different ones.
Is it just a picture of a boat or something? That painting?
It looks like a picture of the island. Yeah, it could be a boat. It could be a boat. Have you ever tried black absinthe? I've had a drink with absinthe, but I don't know if it was black. Green. It was green.
I have 3 bottles of the white at my house and 1 of the green, but I haven't really tried the black. There's red absinthe I've tried.
Interesting. I didn't know there was different color absinthe. Although I'm not a big drinker, I don't like stuff that tastes like alcohol. I like stuff that's fruity, but when we were at the Defiance Press thing, they had a signature drink that had absinthe in it. So
if you don't like you don't like licorice though.
Well, but this drink was good. I mean, I liked the drink. I remember it was very strong. I found that out very quickly because I didn't drink that much and I'm not used to drinking, so I found that out quickly.
Well,
but
Fletcher, you're not supposed to. You're okay. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Fletcher, you're not supposed to be drinking shots of absinthe. First off, you're supposed to dilute it with water to probably maybe a 5-to-1 ratio of water to absinthe. You're not supposed to just down a shot.
Maybe he did. Maybe in the show. Maybe that's why he's seeing.
You were a kid.
A kid. I don't know about the fact you had access to absinthe as a kid, Fletcher. That doesn't sound good. No, I'm kidding.
Sounds rough, man.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. I thought you weren't. I didn't even know you were allowed. I thought absinthe you couldn't get. I don't know because this was in Canada, and I thought that was why you could get it. But I don't even know.
No. It became certain ones became legal depending on the type of wormwood and everything used in it.
I see.
I mean, no matter which one you try, even if you try the ones that have a high Thurjone or whatever it's called, it's not going to make you trip balls.
No. I just know it made me drunk pretty fast, but I don't drink a lot, so I'm not.
All it did was give me a lucid drunkenness. I was drunk, but I was very lucid, so I can understand why people would be creative if they drank absinthe. Because you can get really drunk on it, but still be really lucid and still be able to paint and draw and stuff.
Interesting. I don't know. I just remember I got dizzy too. I got I got a head rush and got really, really dizzy.
See, that's 81% alcohol. Was that in Poland?
Yeah, I don't know. It's New Year's Eve. Well, there you go. Maybe
that's moonshine levels there. I mean, I know people that's in the middle of Iowa and stuff that have barn parties where they have moonshine, and moonshine's 80%, and they go crazy off of it.
Okay. Well, this is, you said, in Portugal, so it's different than here. All right. So he takes a drink and he yells at him because he didn't mark it down. So he clearly is watching him the whole time he's there, which is creepy. Because considering all their other tech is super old, I kind of doubt that it's got motion sensors. So I more envision this guy sitting there watching him. Don't you think?
Yeah, or just listening to him.
Or that. But I just figured he's probably paying attention that way. All right, I took a picture.
Let's go through all these books.
Yeah, I took a picture for you because I figured you'd ask me, so I took it.
Is that a Slender Man? What is that? A Slender?
I don't know. Singular Man. No.
Singular Man.
Pale Gray for Guilt. The Deep Blue Good. Somebody McDonald. I don't know.
The Rules of Engagement.
The Girl in the Plain Brown Wrapper. Okay. Knockdown. Twice Shy by Dick Francis. The Quick Red Fox. Decider. Let's see. One that's upside down. The Gardener. No, the Garden in Encyclopedia. The Garden Encyclopedia, I think. I just thought it was interesting. It was upside down. That's why I was taking the time to try to read it. Time is short and the water rises. That one could be important. Queen of Scots, The Rules of Engagement. Please, yeah.
Can you read the blue one? The blue one is highly readable.
Stories of Henry? You mean the other one? No, the one blue one I can't read. It's all run up. Yeah. Hardy Wessex Tales. All the Myriad Ways. Spectrum of the Forgotten Son. It's funny. I'm we're reading these, and probably the prop department just randomly took books from a used bookstore, and they're these idiots.
Yeah, they have a prop buyer. I'm sure they have a prop buyer who goes around and buys them.
Yeah,
They just look through them and decide which ones they want to put up that look cool.
Yeah, I doubt.
Not like these board games that are
Yeah, I know they had purpose. Julie's Cromwell book, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know about those ads. That's kind of funny, B. Oh, geez. Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. I know a lot of people are saying don't watch the trailer for week 4 of or episode
I'm
4.
not like me and Julie when we did our live, we just didn't watch it at all because I don't want to be spoiled.
The trailer.
You know,
Yeah, I would say I looked at oh, I don't remember whose it was. Somebody that had the trailer on, they took a video of the TV. I watched it because I was curious what it was. I would
Mhm.
agree, don't watch it. I mean, it didn't
Yeah,
matter to me, but I would agree, don't watch it.
because you
It
probably with a screener, you probably had a better enjoyment of it because you didn't really know what was coming up.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one thing. I don't have to worry about being spoiled like ever, which is nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would that's why I watch it too, because I'm kind of curious like why people are getting upset. And I'm like, should what that way I can tell people. And yes, I would say I would not watch that one because it
Mhm.
shows a big scene. Although the pictures have been like splashed around Facebook, so probably most people already know
Mhm.
what's in the trailer.
Well, I try not to, but even in Discord, I have like if people create a spoiler section and are from that I'm not used to in a Discord, then all the messages pop up on my iPad. So I just try to turn my head away when I see them.
Yeah, you do know, just so you know, you can in Discord like mute certain channels and stuff.
Mhm.
You don't
Well, I
have to
can
have
if I know that they've actually been created, but if somebody creates a new one and then a
oh
bunch of people start talking on it.
well no, but I mean you can have it set so like you can have notifications only from certain channels and then that won't
Yeah,
happen. At least I think, unless it automatically adds new ones. I don't know.
yeah.
Um and
But we,
I don't know.
but we, long story short, we all stopped watching the trailers
Got it.
because
Got it.
I felt underwhelmed watching like a couple of episodes because I knew what was going on and it wasn't like they were bad episodes, but I would like to have been surprised.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
But yes, this was definitely official, but
Yeah.
I don't know, like I got upset and it upset me and like I had seen it. I did not like when they showed that at the other trailer, just when they showed that like evil smile of Sophia. I'm like, why would you put that in? Like that
Mm-hmm.
was a huge reveal of the episode. Like, why would you put that in? So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
would say don't do that. And to answer your question, Fletcher, no, I have not. And I'm going to try really hard, I think, not to, even if I get them to watch the rest, because it's made it so hard to talk about things. So yeah, I'm intending not to. She's part of the front panel. I'm sorry, Fletcher. I cannot share with anybody.
I
But
don't really I like watching it week to week. I
no,
wouldn't
I
want
know you do. I
like,
know you
you know, I know you like to binge things, but I kind of take it nice and slow and I wouldn't want the temptation to binge it.
Yes, I'm bad at temptation, but like I've said before, I need to do it for interviews,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, I understand that.
I could go to like a certain point depending like what interview it is, like knowing it's
Mhm.
for that week, which I might do next year. But this time it would like was like one night. So yeah, I kind of like sat there and watched like the first time it was like 4 hours. I think they said it was. Like, no, I sat there for 4 hours and watched it and didn't get up, except to
Yeah,
pee.
like Cyber Queen Media and other channels like it's screeners, what they do is they watch it and then they do a live. I mean not live, but they do their review of it. So all three of them have just watched the one episode and they take their notes and everything and talk about it. Then they go to the next one. So they're not like already seeing them and then coming back.
Yeah. No, that's yeah, I write down all my notes in between as I
Yeah. Because
watch
they
them.
like record them all in April when they got them, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had recorded some, but it's I don't know. I suck at doing videos that aren't live. I need to really start. My thing is like I'm really bad at like prepared videos. Like it took me forever to do that when I did like because you have to write it out and like
Mm-hmm.
do it. And like it's not like live. Like I'm talking, like I can talk and keep talking, but I'm just talking. It's like different to me. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
think if I ever do those videos, I need to like pretend it's live and just talk and record myself. It might be a little
Yeah.
bit different.
But I mean,
Uh,
if you need a short one in like 5 to 10 minutes, I think those are really popular lengths that people would
yeah.
hit on, get more interested in your interviews and stuff from that.
Yeah, well, that's why too I want to not do it the same way that next season, so that way I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do need to start making clips from the lives. I agree, Fletcher. I'm still learning to take shorts and stuff. Like if you look at my Instagram, like I do have a few shorts of a few different things, but it takes me like forever to get it out. I don't because I do it manually because I don't do like whatever it is, Clipchamp. I'm doing it manually and it takes a while. DaVinci, I'm still learning. All right, we're getting off focus here. Yeah, I don't think you can do if doing it like smart videos. Like I don't have anything that does it for me. There's some on StreamYard, but since it's not my StreamYard, I can't just like use all their automatic clip things because it's not mine. All right, so here's the
Oh,
game.
this is my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite part.
Yeah, Daddy's home, and she shouldn't have said that. I
I
want to know
said
what
that.
she said, right? And what's the crossword or the crossword? What's the puzzle of? Okay, well, that's definitely a
God
real
knows.
puzzle because it's Milton Bradley.
Well, there's been Bradley puzzles.
There's been what?
There's Milton Bradley puzzles.
That's what I said. I said it's probably a real puzzle because it's.
Yeah.
I was just saying like it's.
Oh, I
Milton
thought you
Bradley.
said the opposite.
No. I was saying it's probably actually a real puzzle because it's a Milton Bradley branded puzzle.
It's probably the nine layers of hell, like a Dante's Inferno puzzle.
Maybe, but there's ones for all ages. There's 750, 600,
Well,
and 1000.
that's all ages. Dante's for everyone.
It still irritates me that Donna was like dumping Ethan's puzzle into a boy's basket. That still pisses me off.
Well, you know what, Jamie? The next scene, it was on the box is on the table, so I wonder if she just did that and then took the pieces
And
out.
dumped it in. I know. I thought of that too, but when she did it, I'm like, no, don't do that. Like there are other people who might want to use that puzzle.
Donna's gonna get shit done. You know, gotta get that puzzle off the floor.
Well, he was throwing things at the time. He's mad. Making a mess. Okay, anyway, so the game says teeth, and then he opens it up, and there's a freaking pliers, which is creepy.
And there was instructions that kind of fell off to the side, which I want to.
Oh, I missed the instructions, but you know what?
An instruction book, you know, like this. You just don't know how to do this by just looking at the flyers.
I didn't see that, but you know what's funny? Like you could tell they got like twist ties put in, like, and they look new, like they weren't used. I would have loved more if like they looked like they were.
Oh, it's
used.
all rusty and it had
like
blood on it
or something. Yeah, that would have been freaking awesome. You know, now I'm thinking
it also says that it has a rule book, so there's rules to this game. So I don't know if you roll a dice or what goes on.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I was trying to think of stuff to make for the overlay. Now I'm having all kinds of creepy ideas of things I could have done that I did.
Like Daddy's Home.
Yeah, I could have made the whole board game. Fletcher says, if it's paranormal, you think it's just one entity. That 43rd person is using all these horrors to trick people, or they're multiple entities. Yeah, I don't know, Fletcher, because I believe it is something, but I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of hoping it's more than one entity and not just like one like dead person or something, but
the person that has to toil the bell.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Do you think it's just one, or do you think there's more, Scarlet?
Oh, I think there's probably more horrors here than just that person, but that's going to be part of the mystery, and you know, they'll find out about it. They'll find.
Yeah, but I do think that 43rd person has to be important, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're fine, Fletcher. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have a complete theory yet.
It could be the person that had to sit in that chair when that Minotaur or whatever burst out of the root cellar.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's what the electric chair, like not for electric, but it's got like straps and stuff. Maybe it's to strap the person down when you rip their teeth out, right?
Oh yeah. Now you're cooking.
I want to see what it says at the bottom. An action card game for 2 players. I wonder if it's like a war thing, you know, like a war game kind of supposed to be.
I want all these games. I want all these games.
Not yet. And then there's more than one not yet. And then run.
And they're all run. All the cards are run except for that.
No, they all said not yet, and then it said
run. Then it said run.
Yeah, there were a few not yets. He holds that pen really weird. Anyway.
He's not even left-handed.
I know, that's what I wondered. Like he's holding it like he can't hold it with that hand, isn't he? It might have just been the frame I happened to get it on, but it looks like somebody who's not right-handed trying to write with their right hand, but there he's with his right hand. But then again, maybe that's like a close-up of like an extra and he really is left-handed. Who knows? This game made me want to laugh. I was expecting a jump scare. Oh, the game they played together. Yes, I agree. I thought something was going to happen and nothing did, but that's the way it is. Okay, so this is his list of things he had to do that the town told him to do. Captain Sweet, that Horton's thing, I can't read it.
The Horton's
Fitzgerald, yeah, but the thing at the beginning, I can't remember what the first word was. And it wasn't ugly, it was something else. Anyway, that's what that was. Because then it says say very Hortense or whatever 3 times. See reflection. New York's Eve, 1962, something. Jones something in Dumbwaiter.
Oh, the head.
Yeah. Clown Killer in 51, Dead Man's Closet, and Oh, Crawl Space. He's got really messy writing, doesn't he?
I like
Really
Dead Man's Closet. What's in the Dead Man's Closet?
I don't know, but he does go in the closet and turn off the light and count. There
Yeah.
it is, right there. Like, You know, I blame From that I look so close at all the freaking screen captures, and it drives me nuts. Like I'm always like,
This
what's
is
there?
cool. I want to know what these
There's a
roles
prop
of things are.
director. There's like a prop director that randomly threw shit in there, and you're like looking at it. Is what I always think now. Like, why are
I don't think the prop people throw random shit in the thing.
No, I know, but I mean, I don't think that every prop has meaning either. But I end up looking at it like it does because of From.
If
All
I
right.
did props, I'd be very meticulous in the prop placement.
Yes, I would too, but maybe not necessarily have secrets in them. Yeah, I remember in when because I took theater in college, we all had to do like I had to take turns doing each job. I remember when I did props, that was fun. From makes us think like that. You are right, Fletcher. It sure does. And I don't think even they intend us to think like that half the time, but we do.
So B said there was a place he had to go for ungrateful Hortense, and then somewhere else he had to say ugly Hortense.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to read his writing too, honestly.
Yeah.
It was really.
I'm gonna move my piece of paper. Don't worry, everybody. I'm just gonna move it over.
Okay. There's the in the basement, the crawl space, and he I love that he looks at it. He's like, nope. He's like, not doing that. All right. So after he decides not to do the crawl space. I was surprised he did it later. Which I was thinking I just turn to, make it dark and they could pretend he's going in the crawl space, but all right. So he tries to call Ruth or whatever to find out if his son's there. And I can't remember if he ever actually
He never did.
I think he gives up. She's looking for him and he finally
Yeah,
gives
because
up.
what Ruth does, she's on the phone and she's like, oh yeah, I'll get him. And then she's like, you can hear her walking and she's like, oh, I forgot about the oven. I have a pie in there. And she's like messing with the oven.
Yeah, and then she never goes to get him, so he just hangs up on her.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
Yeah, there's the captain's suite. I'm curious
on
what
the phone.
Long distance, local calls. No, it's nothing important. Okay. So then
it's a rotary dial phone.
It is a rotary dial phone, yeah. If it's not paranormal, that's someone arriving when the car passes by and starts all the crazy stuff. It definitely could be. Like I said, I think there's a possibility that it's people playing tricks on him. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I tend to think it's paranormal because it's more interesting, but it's definitely set up. You can't tell for sure. Okay. And then he said not a chance, but he gets drunk and goes down there in the middle of the night. Yeah. Yeah, he should have stayed out of there, I guess. But anyway, he hears something in the vent. Although I have to say, that place doesn't look super clean. Am I the only one that thinks, why the hell would you put your head against a vent in the middle of a bathroom like that? I'm sorry, but it's like gross.
So he hears a Happy New Year's.
I still wouldn't put my face up against it, but at least it makes it look like he does in the picture. But yes, it's people counting down the new year. So it's New Year's Eve, whatever it was. That was one of the times that people died or whatever in that inn. Which this is where like I wonder, is it supposed to be like there's different time together? Like, is he in like a dimension that's got like different times happening at the same time? Is it just because there's like a ghost? I don't know what it's supposed to.
That's what reminds me of the Overlook Hotel in The Shining. Like, you've always been here, and like they have the picture of the party from 1921. The guy was there, and it reminds me of that. Like hearing people in a party, but it's modern.
Yeah,
like a faraway event.
I like that faraway event. And yes, it could be the townspeople messing with him. That's kind of my point. Like somebody could be in there playing like audio just to scare the shit out of them. So yeah, what is he doing? Hitting his head. He's listening in the vent, Dieter. That's what I said. I wouldn't do that in a bathroom. I wouldn't stick my face up next to the vent like that. It's gross.
What, someplace that hasn't been cleaned for a really long time?
Well, the guy won't even go in his own inn, so I don't think anybody's cleaned it in a long time. It's the shining scene here with the New Year's party sounds. Yes. Or the person that arrived pressed play on his radio and that countdown started. Exactly. Hey, Kelly. All right. So yeah. So then he hears something else, and he goes in the hallway, and this guy's like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, give me germs. Exactly. That's what I thought, Peter. It's like ew, ew, ew. I mean, granted, it's like an inn. It's not as bad as like certain places, but it doesn't look that clean. So yeah, he goes out in the hall, and there's just like this guy there, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Nobody told me you were going to be here." And I like that he's like, "Do they usually tell you about other guests coming to the hotel?" Which, look, he's supposed to be testing out the hotel. There shouldn't be anybody there, but he probably just figures the guy's trying to make money. And yeah, the innkeeper didn't tell him, and this guy's name's William. And I suddenly remembered something. This has absolutely nothing to do with this, but from earlier in the first episode, I had a picture of it. I meant to ask you if you remembered what it was from, and I never showed you, and I don't know why I remembered it now. But there was a calendar or something that said wolves, and I don't know what.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I meant to find out, and I forgot. I took a picture of it anyway. Yeah, but anyway,
I think it was just a calendar of different wolf pictures, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure what it was about.
But I just wanted it
was important. No, go ahead.
No, what I got from it is I thought when she pulled up that calendar, there was a picture of like a dilapidated building. And then as she went down, the rest of the pictures were wolves. Like there was like 11 wolves and then one dilapidated building.
Oh, that's interesting. I missed that. I just wondered when I seen it, it made me think like, if this is about folklore and that, could there be like a werewolf or something?
Ooh.
That was my initial thought. I don't know. That's not really exactly folklore, but it's folklore.
Oh, it's folklore. That's folklore.
Yeah, folklore. All right. So anyway, now he knows this guy named William is staying there, and he's slightly less scared, I guess. So he goes back in and starts watching the video again.
It's just a static shot of the beach.
Yeah, there's like nobody there. Just that bird. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's a bird.
It might be. And all of a sudden, there's like sparks coming out of the TV, and it freaks him out. So he ends up going downstairs and drinking.
Is that where he saw the guy too, or is that later?
You mean in the crawl space?
No, on the TV.
Oh no, he saw him earlier when he watched it, not that time.
Because there's another time when he sees like different things going on the TV. I thought that's when it sparked up.
No, this is the second time. The first time it was the guy. That time it was just the empty beach. But also, it was the thing I didn't mention though is he was changing channels and it was on every channel, and that's when it sparked. Yeah, we did that. So that's okay. B says this dude with the suit, shirt, and tie on in the evening. Then he just stays wearing that, doesn't even loosen his tie. That's suspicious. I guess technically, I don't know. He's on a work trip, I guess.
Yeah, I think there was something on there because I have in my notes somebody says "come with me," and then it sparks.
I didn't hear that. I guess it's possible, but I didn't hear
Anybody else, Fletch? Did you hear "come with me" before that started going down? Because then I have something about cappuccino in this scene because I was like, is this guy real or not? Because he wouldn't know about the cappuccino because it's new. So how could he be a ghost? So maybe it's in the guy's head.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a possibility that he's imagining this. There's a possibility he's drunk. They make it like he's dreaming, but later they show him on the video. It's kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, it could just be all in his head. Who knows? Where's the video player? It creeped me out because it seems like it was supposed to be on the TV. Yeah, it's acting like it's a TV channel because he's flipping the channel like he's trying to change it, and it's on every channel.
It's on the It's like those ones you get in a hotel that are the guide to the hotel channel.
Yeah, but usually that's on a tape. It's not like every channel has that.
It's not on the tape. It's usually in the cable. It's just usually channel 0 or whatever. You've never been in a hotel?
Yeah, but I don't know that I've seen.
Oh, you never go on channel 0? I immediately go on channel 0 because a lot of times they'll tell you what's going on, the best restaurants to eat at, and events.
No, I don't. I never really. No, I don't. I mean, like, I feel like I've seen a video like that, but it might have been on TV because I don't remember actually doing that.
Because most hotels do have a channel like that, just a basic info channel.
Maybe, but usually, to be fair, when I go on vacation, I usually don't watch TV. I don't usually have time to watch TV.
Oh, I love watching TV.
I watch too much. I think the thing is, Scarlet, I watch too much TV because of what I do all the time.
You just want to get away.
No, that's not always entirely true, though. because it depends if something important's on, because I remember like using my iPad to watch Doctor Who when it came on when I was at a convention. I'm like, there's no way I'm missing Doctor Who. I remember that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I remember, no, actually I missed it that time. I was going to say this was back when there was VCRs and you couldn't watch things. I remember I was so like not loving it, but I missed X-Files the one week because I was at the expo. Because I remember okay, this is a dumb story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway.
Sure.
Before, it's kind of funny because it kind of leads to what I do now a little bit. But in high school, like I used to, we have we used to have, we don't have it now. Like one of those big satellites I used to have, not the little dishes, but like the humongous ones.
Yeah.
Got like feeds of things. Well, we would get one of the things we got. One of them was also Lois and Clark I did it with, but with X-Files, because I was such a huge fan, like they would send the feed to the networks and it would be on there like Sunday morning, like way before it aired on TV.
Yeah.
So I would watch it in the morning and then I like wrote a crazy long ass recap about it. And I had like the spoiler group and they like read my recaps. That's why I said it's kind of like what I do now a little bit.
Yeah.
I write the recap up early. And the one week I was getting these messages and emails of people upset because it didn't come out that week. And I'm like, I was at the expo that weekend and I'm like, I'm meeting Gillian Anderson this week. Sorry.
Humble brag, bye.
Yeah, bye. Like, this is why it isn't up. Yeah, because I remember I missed it that weekend. But that was the weekend they were on Saturday.
I was just going to tell you about my boring teacher life where I don't get much time off. And one time I took a vacation by myself. And yes, I did stuff outside all the day, but I was like, ooh, they're having a Westworld marathon on HBO. And I didn't really get to see it because I couldn't afford HBO. So I just sat and watched Westworld episodes, like the whole first season in one night. Then got up and did stuff in the city again.
Well, hey, it's a vacation. If you're enjoying it, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, I did enjoy it very much.
Way too much TV now. I'm kind of like, I don't want to touch the TV. I think when I'm not there, unless it's something important. Sorry, I put B's thing up. Never read it. His face shows up.
But I'm telling you, Jamie, if you ever go to a hotel and you want information, just go to Channel 1 or whatever, and I'll tell you what's up.
Yeah, I don't know. I've usually they usually have a book with the information. I like open that book.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
B had said, you're right, Scarlet. His face shows up the screen and says, come with me, and then the TV sparks. It might have been from the beginning thing then, like maybe they played that audio, because I feel like at the very beginning of the video when they showed the guy, he said that I'll give you a tour, come with me. But that second time there was no guy, it was just the beach. So my guess is it was probably the audio from that they played to be freaky. That would be my guess. I was surprised with
maybe he's supposed to come with him.
Maybe. I was surprised with that CCTV footage of him playing alone. So was that a ghost? Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Hey, Doc. That's okay. Probably, hopefully didn't leave already before I get that out. We're only on episode 2. We're not doing episode 3, Doc. Come watch it. You'll be okay. There was no cable there, just a TV. Interesting. I didn't notice that. But then again, I wasn't really looking for a cord.
Yeah, there's not a cable box on top? What's on top of that thing?
Books. There's not that I don't know. Maybe it's down in the dresser. No, I don't see it either. Look, there's a duck call too. Isn't that like a duck call or something? That's what it looks like.
Well, I don't think there'd be a cable box in each room though.
No, there isn't. It could be it could still be digital cable also, even if it's an old TV, I guess technically.
I mean, I've stayed in some old seedy motels, so I can tell you the tech doesn't, there's not modern tech in these places.
No, there's clearly not. But I just meant the town itself could have like digital cable.
I was going to say, not a teacher when you're looking, you're like, ooh, $35 a night. That's cool. Let's go.
Wow. I don't know. I've never seen a hotel for $35 a night, or I think I would stay
I don't know
there.
if you would have want to see this motel, Jamie.
Okay, maybe not. I don't know. I remember paying a good amount for a hotel before and going in, and there was bugs in the bathtub, and we walked out and got another hotel. It was like a hotel that should have been decent, and it was not. Let's put it that way. It was really gross.
I agree with B. I say the guy's face is there. I agree with B.
Okay, wait. No, the guy's face showed up really big at the very end, like it glitched, and he said, come with me. Okay, interesting. I did not see that, and I didn't get a screen capture of it, but very interesting. I'll have to rewatch it again after. But I wonder, like, is it supposed to be a glitch? Is it supposed to be something paranormal? I don't know.
Is he supposed to come with him?
Yes, I guess so. Okay. We'll talk about the video camera in a second, guys. Let's wait till we get to that scene.
What's that creepy painting behind that guy too? That creepy one
I don't know. It's like
some colonial painting back there.
I don't know. It kind of looks like one of those Spanish paintings of the girl. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like of these girls. It reminds me of it kind of, even though the dresses isn't the right thing. For some reason, the style does.
I love
VB
it.
says old ghosts knowing about cappuccinos is diabolical. That's funny. You're correct.
That's what I'm saying. If he's a ghost, he would either have to know about cappuccinos or it's in the guy's head, right? Because he's projecting that onto the guy.
Yeah, it could be. It definitely. But yes, I agree. It would be like, how would they know? I was just wait a second. I was gonna double check something. I can't find it. Hold on a second. Where was? Now I'm probably not going to be able to find it.
You look at the face. Look for the face.
No, I was looking at this to double check. I was going to say, I haven't heard. Fletcher was in the chat. I should have, or not Fletcher. Dieter was in chat. I should have asked him earlier. Just asking because I see VB Morris. Did you send? I don't think you sent.
Oh yeah.
Did you send your address to Dieter? Because I feel like that was one of the ones I didn't have the address, and I didn't know if Dieter did.
For the talisman giveaway.
Yes, that's why I was trying to look up the list of who I had and who I didn't. Did I sent you the message? Did you get all the addresses and you didn't respond yet?
VB Morris, do you know that you won a talisman? Do you still want it?
Yeah, no, but that's all I meant, Dieter. I was making sure you got it, that you got them all. All right. Let's go back. Sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted here. Okay. So yeah, he knows about the cappuccino because he says he was happy to find a cappuccino. So yeah, I mean, I would think that if he was a ghost or from before, he wouldn't know that. But then again, if it's in his head, but then again, the ghost could be walking around the town if he's really a ghost too. So who knows? What did he drink before this possible hallucination of Willie started? I mean, who knows? Maybe they drugged the drinks, right? I mean, they could have that too.
Well, there's kind of an answer at the end of this one.
What do you mean?
There's an answer at the end of this one when they pull back the wallpaper.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. No,
not to give it away till we get there.
Yeah. Sorry. It's okay.
Drinking probably didn't help.
Yeah, drinking probably didn't help, and we can talk about it after Dieter. I just mentioned it because I didn't think I had from that person, and we might not see them again for a while. So I was making sure they sent it. Okay.
Oh, she said you could give it to the next person. What does that mean, VB Morris?
Yeah, no. I mean, well, it's up to you. I mean, you were on the list. I didn't have your address. I didn't know if you had given it to Dieter or not. We were trying to make sure we had everybody. I don't think I had yours. If you message me in Discord, you can get it to you or message Dieter.
Yeah, we want to send you a talisman if you want give us your address.
Yeah, I mean, unless you don't want it, we can give it away to somebody else, but I assume you want it. But yeah, I seen your name and I'm like, I think you were one of the ones I was missing that I didn't get it from. So that's why I brought it up. And that's why I'm getting sidetracked. All right, back to what we were doing here. Yes, B. I got yours. There was only like one or two I didn't. That's why I was just making sure, and some of them Dieter had. Okay. Yes, I sent you a message about it. So you'll have to read the message, Dieter. Okay. So yeah, Daddy's younger boss yelled at him today. Go back 3 spaces. That says, yay, family dinner time. I'm reading. I'm like,
what's the dice? It looks like it just has lines on it.
Yes, no. I don't know. It says
yes and no.
Probably, maybe. I don't know. But what the hell is this? Like, what is with the pieces? Like, is that a baseball bat?
A baseball bat. Well,
and a bottle of alcohol.
Daddy gets mad.
I guess so. But look, there's like a bottle of wine or something.
Yeah,
Or
because
pop.
Daddy drinks. He drinks.
So funny. That's like weird game pieces. It makes me feel like it's like my Monopoly game from like a long time ago. I remember when I was little, when I played Monopoly, I would go get things. Like I would take things that were like little toys or whatever, and like I wanted to be them instead of the pieces in the Monopoly game. I
Oh
remember doing
yeah.
like little figures and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm being this. I just remember that.
That's I want to copy this board game. I wish they had merch for the show.
Yeah, that's funny. That would be cool to have that game. It's funny. I don't know that they
Or
will,
run.
but
Or run.
yeah, or run. Yeah, run. Right. I'm loving this show so far. It makes me laugh when I'm upset. That's like dry humor version of Ash versus Evil Dead. No, it's fine, Dieter. Don't rush. I just wanted to make sure. That's all. No big deal. So I have not seen. Is the series good? I never saw the series.
What, Ash versus Evil Dead?
Yeah, I never
Oh
watched
yeah, it's great. It's really good.
try it. I had intended to watch it and then for whatever reason never did. I mean, I've watched the movies, but not the.
Yeah, I probably watched it all the way through like 3 times. That's really good.
Oh,
I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan though.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. But as you know, I'm not always a horror fan. But if it's Ash versus Evil Dead, I'm assuming it was the. And since you guys are talking about it, comparing it to this, I'm assuming it has that humor.
It was over the top humor, yeah.
Because what the hell's the name of the third one? The third one, I'm blanking. I like that one, that third Evil Dead a lot. That was the funny one.
Oh, the Army of Darkness?
Yeah, Army of Darkness. So I'm trying to think of. That was my favorite out of them. This is so creepy. Daddy had a bad day, so you go back 6 spaces. Oh, Daddy will be meeting you with a bat. Lose a turn.
Well, they do get the neighbors. You find a neighbor, and it's like that's supposed to be a good thing. You're like running away from your dad and talking to the neighbor, and the neighbor helps you.
Maybe. Was this actually on there, or are you just making it up? I don't know.
It's on there. Those are the turns because they said find a neighbor.
Oh, wow. That's creepy. Yeah, Daddy's drinking. Go back spaces. Daddy had a very bad day. That's creepy, man.
Oh, yeah. It's dark humor, though. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it is. And there's a ship sinking. What's the name of the third one with people with a lot of kids? I'm not sure what you're meaning, Dieter. I'm not sure what you're asking. The third spinner thing? I can't read all of them. All right. So this is where, okay, you made up the beating thing. Good. Okay.
Well, there is a bat on the board, though.
There is a bat. I was hoping there wasn't a thing about beating kids. That would be bad. So anyway, they're talking about his family and stuff. And he, you know what? That's where too, like, it kind of makes me wonder if he could be like imagining this, because he's talking about his family and he says something about his father being mean, called him soft at 6. His father drank. So it actually makes me kind of wonder, like, if you think about it, the game could be like his childhood, right? Like it could be representative, and that's why he sees the game. And maybe, run because he had to run away from his father. I don't know. I'm just saying. Hopefully they didn't like pull his teeth out. But
yeah, I was going to say, hopefully teeth wasn't part of this.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they're talking about his childhood a bit and about his father drinking. And he was saying about everybody has horror stories from the island and all this. And he said the island is cursed with alcoholism. Yeah. And then the guy says, the guy starts talking about watch it all burn. Like, he does say something too about there's no things as ghosts, but then he starts saying like watch everybody burn. I don't know. He's like getting really creepy, and you're
because he didn't like the townspeople. And he just don't you ever just want to watch the town burn? Don't you just want to just?
Yeah, it's definitely very creepy. But then he's like, okay, going to bed. So yeah, he goes to bed.
Go to bed. Bye. Good night.
Yeah, he's like, go finish your list, and he goes, okay. So then Tom decides to go down to the basement, which I think it was Fletcher said earlier. Yeah, like, why is he doing it now? Why he's drunk, right? Like, this is a bad time to do it. But he goes down to the basement, the creepy ass basement, and he goes in the crawl space. And then he hears somebody, and he's like, William, is that you? And he won't answer him. And then he's like, howdy, neighbor, again. And he's like, why didn't you answer me? And then he tells him he's going to come in. And then he comes in anyway, and he chases after him, and he's the clown. and he wakes up.
That
And that's what I
scene.
said. Like,
Sorry.
no, go ahead. What?
No, that scene is like that is so much more effective the way they shot that with a guy dressed up as a clown than any kind of Pennywise CGI stuff to me.
Yes.
Having a real person dressed up like that that's chasing you, that's nightmare fuel for me.
It is. It's crazy. And the thing was, I think what made it more scary is like they showed the guy like just his legs in his suit and like he slowly bent down and then like ran at him. It's creepy. But yeah, I mean, this is where I said like this part they're obviously implying he dreamt it, but then later the video makes you think, I don't know. So
He
I would
just
say
walk down there. He walk and slept.
I guess. I mean, I would definitely say the part with the clown he dreamt. The part with meeting the guy, I don't know. But he calls the cops and they come. Or at least I guess he called the sheriff. I'm not sure why he called the sheriff. Like, I feel like, would you really call the sheriff and be like, I think I saw a killer clown? Like,
yes.
He thought he was dreaming. I'm confused why the sheriff was there. I missed something there. It's like Ghost William had a moment of being possessed. Maybe. I don't know. Unless the sheriff was just like coming to check to see if everything was okay. I don't know. But he like wanted them to check everything out. Maybe because he thought that guy wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh yeah,
like,
he finds a dead clown in the crawl space too.
Oh,
he didn't
that's
get a
right.
shot of that.
Yeah,
he found a dead guy.
I meant to go back.
Of it?
No, I don't. When I was gonna, let me see if I can get it really quick. When I was doing the adding to it again, I meant to take that and I completely forgot because I did not even see it the first time. I didn't notice the body. I must have looked away at like the wrong second. Here, wait, I took the picture. You know what else I'm noticing here that I just want to point out? I did not even notice until now. Here, wait, I'll show you. Let me get this up here. I'm gonna wait for it to refresh. Okay, there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm noticing? Like you're supposed to assume that was him, right? But this is what I'm noticing I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, that's the same shirt on. Yeah.
Yeah, the body has his shirt. So is it him? Maybe it's not William, you know, I don't know. I knew a person who was a clown for birthday parties. A person in half clown makeup is really creepy. Way creepier than full clown makeup. I guess so. I hadn't thought about it that way, B. But yes, it's a dead body, but it's got his shirt on. Well, it's not quite exactly the same, but I think
it's the same shirt.
It looks a little brighter. I don't know. Anyway,
shirt.
Not William's shirt. At any rate, I think it is. I think you're right, but
the sheriff has one of my favorite lines because he said, "Oh, did you find a body?" And the sheriff says, "Does my decimeter suggest I saw somebody in the crawl space?"
Wait, what? Say that again.
Okay. I'm moving my papers, so don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
No, he called the guy because he asked the guy, the sheriff, was there a body in the crawl space? And then the sheriff says, as a joke, does my demeter suggest I saw somebody in the crawl space?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. I'm surprised that the sheriff, I guess, wasn't scared to go down, but I forgot about the body because I didn't have the picture of it. That is why he called him. You're right.
Well, I only saw the body on the second watch.
Yeah, the same. I didn't see it the first time either. It's like blink and you'll miss it. So if you're taking notes, like I'm doing, and I assume sometimes you are doing, a lot of times you miss this stuff.
But also, I didn't see the same shirt either. The same shirt.
No, I didn't. I didn't until now because I'm looking at the pictures. All right, so there is the security camera feed. Yeah, see, that kind of camera does not have a motion detector. But anyway, so he says about the guy being there, and then they play the security footage, and yeah, it's just him playing the game. Now, could he have been drunk and thought he was playing with somebody? Could he have sleptwalked? Could it be that he was high, which we'll get to in a minute? Yeah, I don't know, but it's creepy. And they're like, we're going to go look in the room. And what's that sheriff's name? I wondered what his name was. Clemens. Okay. So, yeah, they go up to Wick comes in and he's like, see, I told you. He's like, you can't let anybody stay here. How could you let somebody stay here after this happened? Right. And he's like, totally,
doesn't he say something like you met the clown?
Yeah, he says Willie the clown. when he says that. He's like, you're still going to let somebody stay here. And they're like, well, we'll go look up in the room. And the guy that runs the place is scared to go in. So they have him go in for like 10 seconds and 30 seconds. And this is where you guys were asking, does time go faster in a different room? I don't know. The thing is, he's in there for like 10 seconds and he says something like, I thought you said only 10 seconds when they lock him in. They're like, it was only 10 seconds. So
I thought he thought it was less than 10 seconds. Then the 30 seconds was really long.
Oh, I thought it was just supposed to be he meant it was too long and he was scared to stay in that. I don't know, but definitely the 30, like you said, it was trauma. I don't know. But either way, he's scared being in there. Like, this dude freaking out. Yes, he could have been hallucinating. Unless the only logical explanation could the people with him edited the CCTV footage and deleted Willie. I would say that's possible, but I don't think they would have had time to do that. And that equipment is not.
Yeah, the tech.
Like, yeah, it's not. Whoops. I'm clicking on things I'm not meaning to here, people. I'm like, gotta get off of there. There we go. So yeah, they leave him in there. But the point is when he goes back in, when the sheriff goes in after that guy's in there and they get scared.
He also asks if he can have food.
And he's like, for 30 seconds?
That's what I'm saying. It gets timey-wimey in there. He knows it gets timey-wimey because he's asking for food, even though it's going to be 30 seconds.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought it was just to be funny. It's hard to tell. Why are there little ship wheels? I just noticed that.
Yeah, but he's tearing that room up. You see that fan? There's everything that's kind of torn up in there because he's only been in there.
Yeah, it's implied that something happened in there. Was it him that did it when he was in there a while? I don't know, but it definitely implies something happened.
It implies it was longer than 30 seconds on the other side of the door.
That might be. It might be. But he pulls the wallpaper away and it's black mold, which they're saying can technically make you hallucinate. But Wick's right. It couldn't have made you. I don't think it can make you hallucinate in like one night. I could be wrong, but I kind of doubt it.
I don't want to find out.
I don't want to find out either. But either way, Wick is like, you can't let somebody stay here. How could you do that? And the guy's like, I'll seal up the room. I promise. Like, that makes it okay. Like, if it was black mold, you pretty much would have to like seal up the whole hotel so people don't like die.
You would have to look for it in other rooms.
You would.
It not be only in that one room.
Yeah, it would be very unlikely. So I don't think they're not necessarily saying they're going to close it down, but I assume they have to. Look at his face, like he's scared. You know what? Yeah,
it's set for 72 hours.
Yeah, at least for a while. So it couldn't.
Well, they remove it. It takes 72 hours. That's what they said.
Yeah. So it's going to be a while. I don't know. So yeah, I think I got to sneeze. I think. Hold on.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. What am I do again? So yeah, creepy. This place reminds me kind of. I know it's the wrong color, but it kind of reminds me of the Bates Hotel.
That's what I was going to say too. It reminds me of the Bates Hotel.
The design of it.
Yeah.
Which is, I know, on Universal. I remember seeing the one in California in Universal.
I've seen.
Yeah. It definitely reminds me of that too. So I don't know if that's intentional. It might be. Definitely the wrong color though. But is that a fire hydrant in the middle of the yard? There's a fire hydrant in the middle of the yard. Not that doesn't happen, but usually they're at the road, I thought.
Well, it might have burned down in the past, that one picture.
True. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that picture at the beginning did kind of look like that building. I wondered if that was it and like they rebuilt it. Is that one of the things they say about a fire? I don't remember them saying anything about a fire though, do you?
No, but an island like this maybe you would have a lot of hydrants.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. I just happened to notice it now. All right. Well, that is the end of the episode. I think, I really like this show, like, a lot. I mean, look, it's not, I wouldn't, like, compare it to From and say it's similar to From. It's not. But it's kind of, I don't know. I can see a lot of people who like From liking it just because it's kind of got that full core thing.
Well, I think if people led with the whole, like, if they're born on the island, they can't escape. And they thought it was going to be From.
They did say that. But look, if you watch the trailers, which really give you nothing away, I'm talking about like the trailers that came out before the series.
Like a trailer should.
Yeah, like that had pictures, like those video clips and stuff. And it does have a clip from, I think it's episode 3. I'm guessing. But it tells a little bit about something that's coming, but like it's not really, doesn't really tell you a whole lot. It doesn't ruin the experience, I don't think. How many are out altogether? There are 3 out. And it looks like there's going to be 10.
Yeah, 3 is really good. Vivi Morris,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes, it was good. They weren't on board until episode 3. So yeah, maybe if you're not sure, although I'm guessing if you sat here and listened to us this whole time, you probably like it. But otherwise, keep going. Yeah. It's a weird show. It's funny. I really like it. I think it's good.
Me
It's
too.
nice that there's something else out right now. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, anything else to add about it before we start to wrap it up?
No, I think we've hit just about everything they could do in a deep dive on a show like this.
Yeah, we went kind of long for that. I was gonna say there is at least 12 people live right now. Well, we got 12 likes. Maybe they did. I guess maybe all did. But
except for the fact that I do have a note that this says fog from episode 1, ambiguous, ghost, black mold, because I was doing supernatural versus real.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Like I said before, I feel like everything that happened in here can be explained away as either the people of the town trying to scare him, or
black mold,
or whatever.
Or just the fog coming in the town, fog going out of town.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how much they straddle that. I feel like they're probably going to for a while. Like I'm hoping before the end of the season, you find that out whether it is or not. But I'd liken it more to Twin Peaks than From. I assumed it was similar to what Twin Peaks was, but since I haven't seen it, I don't know. And AJ said like nothing's like Twin Peaks, so I didn't really get it.
Well, Twin Peaks had a central murder, but the vibe of it, the something evil in that woods thing is kind of prevalent on the show. That kind of feeling, kind of vibe.
Yeah, but didn't it have sort of that quirky, dark humor too?
Oh yeah, like Ruth reminds me of Lucy from like kind of like a scatterbrain secretary and stuff like that. That's definitely the vibe there.
Interesting. Hi, Julie. Thanks for coming. Welcome. Yes, everybody check out Julie B. Deep Dives channel, and also Doc Kaiju's channel too. I am so bad at advertising for myself and for everybody else. I swear to God, I do that like every time. But everybody check out both Julie's channel and Doc's channel. I don't think Doc's here anymore, but make sure you check out Doc's channel as well.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it, Julie. Watch it.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. You should like it, or should watch it. It's pretty cool. It's a good vibe. I like it. It's cool. And I'd like to just like also like the aesthetics of it, like the fact that it takes place in this little town, this seaside town, but also like I said, that it seems like it's like back in time, like it's in this kind of like little time bubble or something.
It has that kind of that Severance feeling of like old tech.
Yeah, kind of. That's why I wonder if I feel like almost like some of the stuff's kind of anachronistic, and it's not, but it makes me feel that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, with me, in my experience, like these little small towns can have tech that's like about 20 or 30 years old. Yes, and they just won't give it up, you know?
Yeah, I did know that. And I know Karen said too, it's hard sometimes to get the stuff to the islands, which I hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised they have cars there, because some of the Michigan islands, you don't have cars there. You bike or there's horses.
Maybe that's why they carpool and why they take each other. There were a lot of lives tonight. I know next week, guys, and I should mention that too. Tomorrow at 11, we have Daredevil Born Again at 11 Eastern. This show that we're doing now for Widow's Bay will likely go into that Thursday slot after this week. There's a possibility we might be instead doing a From show if it has to be that day, a special, which we'll talk about if it happens. We're trying to schedule some And if that happens, we'll probably do Wednesday again. But otherwise, we're planning to switch it to Thursday. And I think Jen's going to join us too, because I know she had her show tonight too. So couldn't do that. But yeah, so that will be so it probably will be Thursday. But yes, in the meantime, tomorrow is Daredevil at 11, and at 8:30, because there's 2 episodes since we missed last week, we'll have the watch party for Daredevil as well. So make sure you guys tune in. God, tomorrow's Thursday. I have Hannah interviewed more too. And a doctor's appointment for that matter. You gotta get ready for stuff and not stay up all night. Kelly says, I love the small seaside atmosphere of it all. Me too. You know what else it makes me think of? It's not really that vibe, but just the seaside town makes me think of it. Did you ever see Haven?
I know of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it takes place in a small seaside town like this. And it's got the troubles, things happen to people. It's like sci-fi. Well, it was on Sci-Fi Channel too. But I think the people who watch our show would probably like it.
Did you ever see Point Pleasant?
Yes, I'm trying to remember what it was. I remember watching it, but I don't remember what it was.
It was a one girl washes up on shore, and then she's the Antichrist.
Oh, it got canceled though pretty quick, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I really liked it.
Okay, well that's why I remember liking it.
I think it had some people from Buffy the Vampire Slayer that wrote on it, but like Jane Epstein or whatever, Epperson. Ugh.
You know what we need to like start having like watch part. Right now there's so much going on, but I feel like once a week have watch parties of like old shows that are really good. Like I've said before, I'd like to do The Lost Room. And the other show that I love, I think people from here would love because it's puzzle box totally, is Persons Unknown. I hated that they canceled that, but the nice thing was the creator, like in some, and it wasn't mine unfortunately, but in some interview for something, they like basically told what they had planned for the show, so you kind of got to see what the ending they were going to have.
Oh yeah.
Haven's good. You should try. I mean, if you didn't watch that much of it, I don't know. I really liked Haven. I mean, it's definitely not the same tone of this. It's just got the same seaside vibe. But I mean, it's a really good sci-fi show. I loved Haven.
Yeah, and if you want to watch Point Pleasant, somebody has all the episodes on YouTube, so it's really easy to get access. Yeah. It's free.
Awesome. Very cool, very cool. But yeah, I want to watch The Lost Room in a watch party. I want to do We Never Finished Awake. I keep saying I'd like to do Falling Water. I love that. I know Karen didn't like that. She's like, I hated that. I loved Falling Water. It was good.
I'd love to do the David Lynch little one season things like On the Air, which is a comedy, and Hotel Room, which is kind of like an anthology.
On the Air. I don't remember that. It's
a slapstick Mark Frost, David Lynch production. Same people that did Twin Peaks, but it's about a like TV station that goes. It's kind of nutty and slapsticky, and it has the one guy who played Squiggy and Laverne and Shirley in it.
Oh, yeah,
that's a selling point to anyone.
Yeah, the only thing. Yeah, I kind of like want to. All I'm thinking is I kind of like want to go watch episode 3 of this. Like a little bit of it me wants to like go watch episode 3 of this right now again.
3 is really good. That's really good. You got a lot to do. You got a lot to do.
No, I know, but I also have an early doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I do got to get up fairly early, so I can't stay up all night. Or I would say we all could watch it, but other than that, like I said, I have Hannah interview tomorrow. And if you guys want to drop in our Discord channel, although it's another really short interview, so I didn't bother saying anything because I doubt I will get tons of questions. But if you do want to drop in our submit questions section of Discord, if you have any questions for Hannah, I can take a look at them. And if I get time to ask more than a couple and get through mine, I can pull one from the chat. But that's tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, well, I won't. The problem is, Dieter, I won't get up for my doctor's appointment. I need to actually go to my checkup because I have not gone, and I need to go. But yes, I would give Haven another chance too. It is a good show. So yeah, I guess that's about it, guys. Join us tomorrow night, 8:30, the Daredevil watch party, and then 11 for the live stream. And then on Saturday night at midnight, of course, we have our From watch party, and we start this stuff all over again, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I guess that's it. But please do join us tomorrow. And if you haven't, please make sure you join our Discord so you can get the schedule and the watch parties and all that fun stuff. And please subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision on YouTube if you haven't, because I know that a lot of what? I'm not sure what you mean, Dieter. But I know that I lost track of what I was saying. I know that there's a big percentage of the people that watch these lives who are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed to Sci-Fivision, please subscribe. It is very greatly appreciated. We're over 2,000 now, which is awesome. I think we're like at 2014 or 2015, something like that. So we're getting up there. So yeah, please join. And if you're a member, I have started releasing for survivor levels and up. When I put the interviews up, I'm releasing them early for survivor level and up. I did the one early, the one I put up for all members just to be different. But yeah, if you want to see Hannah Tarami's interview early, become a survivor or a story walker level member.
Ooh, story walker level.
Yeah, I got resident, survivor, and story walker. I mean,
nice.
I'm all from yeah. So yeah, so that is coming. Other than that, we have MIA. I was going to say, what other interviews are coming? MIA. I gotta
Liz.
Yeah, Liz. Yes. Liz Saunders, who plays Donna on From, will be here live on June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys join us. And also stay tuned for news on any other From interviews. Oh, The Terror, the Devil in Silver. That was the other interview.
Oh, yeah, Dan Stevens.
Yeah, that'll go up hopefully tomorrow. No, not with Dan Stevens, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. You said you tried to get Dan Stevens.
I tried, and I'll keep trying, but yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, that show's pretty good too.
Yeah, I like to watch that show.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So so there's that. All right. Well, that's June 3rd. Yes, it's a while. Well, to be fair, we were going to have Liz sooner, but I figured since we did have a long interview with her last time and she wasn't in the beginning of this few episodes, like these first few very much, I thought it would be better to move it after she's in a little bit more so we can ask some better questions and do a really good interview. So yeah, I decided it would be a little bit better to hold off on that. But yeah, hopefully we'll be announcing more soon. I don't know. Still trying to set things up. Don't forget, if you missed Nathan D. Simmons or Samantha Brown, you can see their live interviews on our live tab. Well, they were live. They're not live now on our live tab.
They're not waiting for you.
From interviews on our video tab, and also there is a playlist with all the From interviews are all there together. Which includes recently the one with Catalina, who plays Tabitha, and Julia Doyle, who plays, I was going to say the girl in yellow, plays Sophia. And of course, Harold Perrineau is in there as well. Yeah, you can ask her that. I don't think she's going to answer about the sister. Actually, I feel like somebody asked her that last time. You ought to watch the video. I feel like somebody did, but I don't think she's going to.
Or that Beth Rogers is playing her. The swing coat monster is actually Donna's sister.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I thought there was a regular monster wearing her face. I thought it was the actual.
No, I think that's what you're talking about. That's Fletcher's theory. I think that it's.
I mean, that would be great if there was like some monster and then the face fell off of her and it was just like Donna's sister's face.
Okay, that's creepy. No. Don't need to see that. All right, everybody. Well, I guess that's it, everybody. We will hopefully see you tomorrow night. Have a good night and get some sleep. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Ahoy.
There you go.